Happy game day eve, Surgeaholic, Sooner Nation. Welcome to the Sooner Surge. It's the night before SEC season gets underway. Hope everyone had a great Friday. The long-awaited week is about the moment we've been waiting for, I guess, is about here, Jay. I don't know what I'm trying to say right now, except it's here. Good luck sleeping tonight. We may not be because we may be going all night on this thing, Jay.
I'm excited. I see where Micah said he's going to be there at game day early. Who else is going? We actually got a signed DM to us today that some guy's going. He made a graphic with the Sooner Surge on there. It's pretty sweet, man. He's going to take
a sweet sign, Derek. Sweet sign, Derek. Hey,
yeah.
I did see today though. There's a lot of orange in Norman, Jay.
A lot of orange in Norman, and somebody was telling me they were talking to some Tennessee fans that were in the area, I guess at a restaurant or something, and the fact that some of the Tennessee fans, I guess, walking around campus didn't realize all the history with Oklahoma. I'm sure most of them do, but this was just somebody in particular. It's a great campus with the Heisman's Park and everything. It's awesome, man.
Hey, Hunter, what Hunter's running the chat. Hunter, can you put the Discord link in the chat and then also put our email in case Micah wants to, not our Discord, our Sooner Surge Unlimited membership, and then the email, we can get the Discord to him. I'd love to see the sign. Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
The big news today, we've heard all week from Vol Nation. Hurd's playing. Hurd's playing. Hurd's playing. Hurd's playing. He's been ruled out, Jay.
He is out, and Dane Davis
feast week. It's feast week for R. Mason Thomas, isn't it?
Well, we'll see. We'll find out. I mean, they got a guy that's a backup. He's got a lot of experience, but he's no Lance Hurd. I mean, Lance Hurd was unbelievable. So,
Jay, visit Wise for recruiting. Maybe Hunter can drop it in there.
Yeah, there's a lot. It's a big recruiting weekend. I know that. I've heard Terry Murdoch talk about it all week. The fact that after the game, the post game will probably be so late because of everything that's going on afterwards.
Hey, Sooner fan, we haven't gone 45 minutes in about 3 weeks. Everything we do has been an hour.
Yeah, we've been doing an hour or more almost every night.
Tonight's looking at 3 hours, if you're going to be here with us.
I don't want to hear about injuries from either fan base. Let's run it. That's right. It's time to play. Put up or shut up. It doesn't matter at this point. It's time to play ball.
Hey,
tomorrow night.
Jetty says, lives down the road from campus. It's been a madhouse. Yeah, Hunter and Jackson said it's been hopping. I think it's very cool, Jay, that the Vols fans travel like they do. Hey, Micah, thanks for becoming the newest Sooner Surge Unlimited member. Hey, maybe Hunter can drop the Discord through email, but if not, as soon as we're done with the live, I'll send you the Discord link.
People already lined up. Hey, here's what I got to say. Hunter, if they weren't lined up for game day, I'd have a problem because they were camped out for Lululemon Day today in Norman. They camped out for new Lululemon.
Exactly.
So, I mean, if they can camp out for the OU licensed Lululemon gear, they can camp out for game day.
Hey, Jay, you do realize that one conversation we all talked about is joining the SEC. It should force OU fans to be better. And I don't want to sit here and rip OU fans because I just think sometimes when the game is stepped up and it's a bigger moment, it's a better atmosphere, you have to rise to the occasion. I think that's what we're going to get from Sooner Nation tomorrow.
Hey. Yeah, I do too. Dr. Vol, I did see this all over Twitter. It's amazing stuff. I mean, kudos. Great stuff. I mean, just unbelievable.
That is cool.
It's really cool.
Gary says Sooner Surge slumber party. I haven't heard slumber party terms in years.
Yeah, I saw that with Nick Saban. Hey, here's the stuff. I've seen a lot of Pat McAfee today. And I've said how I don't like Pat McAfee on game day. I don't. I like him when he's not on game day. I like his show. I like when he goes to the town and kind of hangs out with the people. I think that's cool. I just don't like him on game day. That's all I got to say. No surprise there, Sooner fan. I'm not shocked by that.
Hey, Jay.
Yeah.
I know what everyone's talking about is when basically he called out OU for not making coaches and players available. Well, tomorrow at 9:12 is going to be a live interview with BV on game day. And the Danny Stutzman feature is going to be at 8:50. And set your clocks.
and then Patty Agasso, I think at 9:30.
I just think it's going to be unbelievable, Jay.
I hope so. I think it will be.
To me, to me, there is a cause of concern. Let me tell you what it is. When the moment is so big and you get so amped up, you still got to play under control. You can't be too amped, and that's always kind of the trick for coaches and players is to find the happy medium of I'm amped up, but I'm also controlled. That's what's going to happen tomorrow night, Jay.
Hey, real quick, Keaton. Yes. I would be totally fine if OU won a national championship next year, if Texas won this year and the year after. Give me a natty title. I don't
care. I don't care who wins one as long as OU wins one.
Yeah,
soon.
That's right. I don't care if Texas wins as long as OU gets one in that same.
Wow, Illinois tied up with Nebraska.
That's right. Let's see. Got to stay focused on your assignments and have your eyes in the right place.
Hey, yeah, because Jay, I think both teams' misdirection could be key.
We'll see. Jay, I think they want him to play that frat boy role on game day, which is no. Hey, Bobby, he acts like that on his show too, but it's okay on the show. It's not okay on game day, in my opinion. I think it's what it does. Here's the difference. There's a lot of people that watch Pat McAfee, and some people that watch game day have never watched Pat McAfee ever. There's part of a different crowd there. So the ones on game day, they don't know who this guy is. They're like, "What? This guy's just acting all goofy. Why does he need to do that? Just go in there." I mean, I think he does know what he's doing and knows what he's talking about for the most part. It's just I don't like the character aspect on the game day. That's all.
A lot of talk about Davy Crockett in here, Jay.
Yeah,
a lot of talk. Illinois is scrappy. I thought Nebraska was kind of gonna roll them tonight. I'm actually shocked. Jay, it's another day since yesterday. Anything else besides the mention of Hurd? Is there anything else that you're kind of thinking about this game?
I'm just waiting to see who suits up for Oklahomans out there on the field. I mean, you can talk about guys being probable or questionable. We'll see what happens when they get out there and if they play. That's the biggest thing is who's going to play. Will Nick Anderson start? That's a big question for me. Will he get out there? We'll see.
Great God. Chris Fowler's absolutely ripped. Has been.
He's been working out a lot, man.
You got to see his workout regime. By the way, speaking of workout regime, Holly Rowe, great reporter. I saw she reported about BV running the stairs, Jay, in the 99-degree heat.
Yeah, but that's cool and all, but we'll see if that.
I was waiting for your reaction, Jay.
I said the same thing on Mike Norvell, Jeremy. So don't.
I know you did.
You were trying to bait me into that. Trying to bait me into it. When Corso retires, it's going to be a cry fest around the nation. Yeah,
one of the greatest. One of the greatest.
We talked about this Hurd being out, but they got a guy that's experienced. He's not nearly as talented as Hurd. I think it might cause some issues for Tennessee. I will say that. But you know what? It doesn't matter. All this talk. I feel like we've been talking about OU Tennessee for 3 months. I'm so ready for this game to get here tomorrow night. At this time tomorrow night, what do we got? 9:39. Game should be about over tomorrow night. Yeah. There's going to be a lot of different opinions come tomorrow night on this game.
Did you get to see the interview with Pat McAfee and Patty Gasso?
No, I saw parts of it. I didn't see all. I saw parts of it.
Hey, the whole Corso stuff, and I'm not going to sit here and spend a lot of time on this, but it needs to stop.
What's up, Sooner Freak? How are you tonight? Game won't be 3 hours.
It'll be closer to 4 hours.
Yeah, maybe 3
Guys, hey, the trumpet. I got the trumpet out tonight if I need to play it later.
Oh, boy. Not the way that she ended last night. We cannot go back there, Jeremy.
Oh, it will be. Hey, Chester says Beatonbow better earn that paycheck. Yeah, the O-line's got it. OU's O-line has to be really, really good tomorrow. They have to be. I mean, because they got to control the tempo. They're going to have to move the chains. They're going to have to flip the field. They're going to have to do all those things. Because if you make it harder on Tennessee, if Tennessee has to go the length of the field, it's going to be better for OU's defense, although I will say Tennessee can score in a hurry and they can have big-time explosive plays. I think OU's up for the challenge defensively.
Hey, who's going to have the big game tomorrow for OU? Right now, just go for it.
I said it earlier, Jay, on something we filmed. I think Billy Bowman I think Billy Bowman's going to make a couple of magnificent plays tomorrow on defense. And offense, I've been saying I think Nick Anderson's going to step in and show people, you missed him a lot. That's what I think.
You can't make a van a Mustang, Chuck says.
Eric still thinks Hurt is going to play
tomorrow night. I have a good feeling about the Sooners tomorrow night. Crowd needs to be loud often. They have to be loud, period. No ifs, ands, buts about it. Make it difficult on the offense. Make it
Someone
difficult.
said, can I play Rocky? The Tiger?
I think they want
to look it up.
Probably wanting Rocky Top. Jesse says Jackson Arnold and Javonte Barnes. Now,
Okay.
Troy Everett starting. I don't know. Blake, I have no clue. Okay? No clue.
Look, I would like to say he is, Jay, but I don't know. Kyle, talking about Deion Burks. If Anderson's back and Anthony's back, it really, really, really helps. Really helps Deion Burks.
What is up, Lori? How are you tonight, Lori? Hope you're doing well.
Rayola, Jay, he's throwing it deep. How many deep? Over under deep shots OU takes tomorrow? 7.
Under.
5.
What is deep? What is deep shot?
25 yards or more.
Under.
5.
I'd put it right about 4 or 5.
I would say about 5. They're going to go deep about 5 times. I think they're going to take about 4 or 5 deep shots.
Way under. I don't know what Sooner fans saying by that, but
probably Illinois. Illinois. Is it Illinois or Illinois?
I say Illinois.
Okay.
What do you say?
Illinois.
Illinois?
Yeah. Snapper Morgan.
No S.
Defense will.
There's no S.
There is at the end.
It's silent, bro.
Okay.
You're an English
by the way,
teacher.
Jay, no, there's 2 ways to say it. Depends on
you're
which
an
list,
English
okay?
teacher and you don't know the way to say Illinois?
Jay, it's all a preference, bud.
It's not a preference. There's a correct way to say it and incorrect.
It's obviously a preference. Look in the chat.
But there's a correct and there's an incorrect.
Okay, I'm not arguing this on a game day.
There it is. Illinois. There it is.
I can show a comment that said Illinois, bud. Hey, go back to the comment. I don't know why we're showing this comment. Please go back to the comment that talked about football. It was Trapper. It's Trapper Morgan. Defense is going to win the game for either team. As usual, defense wins it. That's what he's saying.
Trapper, I agree with that. I think that's a true statement, bud. I do.
Hey, listen, that's what they are. They're rumors, Blake. And I'll tell you how I know it. First off,
yeah,
if I was done playing football, would I put the pads on and go through the warm-ups every week? Heck no. I'd be in street clothes on the sideline cheering my teammates on. He's been warming up. He's not done playing football, in my opinion. But I don't know the situation, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know the situation either, but I hate rumors. Just wait till if he's done playing football, he'll let everybody know. I mean,
there's a rumor that the S in Illinois is silent. I don't know about it, but
Miami or Miami, it depends. Oklahoma, it's Miami. Miami, Florida. Miami, Oklahoma. That's exactly right.
Correct.
Just wanted to know what you guys thought on what.
Hey, let me ask a question.
What's up,
There's
Daniel?
Brooks.
What's good? What's good, fellas?
How are you?
Get right into it. Thanks for joining us, Daniel.
Good, are y'all?
Great. Excited, man. This is the kind of the game everyone's been waiting on. Both teams going there unscathed. You played at Tennessee in that year. That was the game. There's been a lot of Vols fans on our channel this week, and
yeah, I've seen that. Yeah,
really a lot of classy fans. I think they're going to travel well. Maybe just talk about the environment there at Neyland Stadium.
Oh,
that year.
I think Dimitri posted about it, but that probably was the loudest stadium I've ever been in.
Can OU even come close to that tomorrow night?
If they were like they were last week, excuse my language, hell no, they can't come close to that. But if they're able to, that '08 Texas Tech game, kind of bring that energy, maybe. But I mean, we were on the field and literally, I mean, standing, I mean, not even an inch from my face, we could barely hear plays being made, different things like that. That stadium was intense. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Coach Shoop said it years back, but I know we've never had an overly ruckus crowd. So, hopefully as time goes on, in the SEC, we eventually kind of establish that. I've never understood why OU, with our history and blue blood status, different things like that. I've never understood why we don't have that just overly ruckus, insane, just crazy crowd. It's very interesting to me.
Do you think do you think they're kind of spoiled?
I don't think it's. I just think it's they go there for an experience and not really passionate into the game sometimes.
Yeah, maybe that, because I have a friend. He's a big Alabama fan. He's been to Alabama games, and obviously we know what Alabama's been for the last 17 years. And Alabama, is intense. Brian Denny is off the charts. So I don't know if it's. I always used to contribute it to that we had some people told me like an older crowd. I don't think that's the case. I've heard different, older, more uppity, I've heard different perspectives from different people. So it's hard to really gauge why it is, but it also too many old heads. I've heard that too before.
But then you have the students that were leaving the game early last week.
Exactly. And I don't understand why our we used to, I'm going to say, we used to bash our friends who were non-student athletes. I'm like, why are y'all not rowdy and crazy? Like, I remember in 2012 when we beat OSU in an overtime game. Like, I understand we're OU, but not one fan attempted to rush the field. It's things like that. I'm just like something that shows that we have a little bit of craziness, and I just don't understand why we don't have it.
Yeah, and tomorrow
we brought that up the other day about rushing the field. Like, people are saying if OU beats Tennessee, they should rush the field.
They're not going to rush the field.
I'm on the other side. I'm on the other side. I think that would. I don't think that would look as great because OU's it's not like you're not a 30-point underdog. You're a 7-point dog.
And in OU status, I know Tennessee's doing good right now. Their first 3 weeks are great, but I know there's probably Tennessee people on here, but let's just be a little realistic. Historically, Tennessee is not what an OU is, so I don't really think it would be. And it'd be different if it was Alabama, and I wouldn't even say even Alabama now. Even if it was Alabama with Nick Saban and we beat them and he was still the head coach, maybe then I could see us rushing the field or doing something crazy like that. But I mean, we're OU. Come on now.
What about from a recruit side? Because and I get what Eric's saying from the fan perspective. Of course, getting up on a goalpost is going to be a highlight of the night. But from a recruit, does that?
I don't think so. When I was getting recruited and others after me, we never really mentioned the atmosphere. I mean, the atmosphere was great, but we didn't. It wasn't we didn't take away points because it wasn't a Kyle Field or Jordan Hare or something like that. We didn't take that away. So maybe it's different now. I don't know. I haven't spoken to any of the recruits who are currently getting recruited now, if that is a reason why they would not choose Oklahoma. But from a recruit aspect, I remember when I went to the A&M game in 2011, and I thought the atmosphere was great. I mean, it was my 5th Division I game. I'd been at a TCU game and a few other Texas Tech and UT and some other games, but I thought the atmosphere was great. But then when you start to play, and like I said, you go to places like Tennessee, then you're like, okay, there's a level to this, and OU's a notch below that. So I don't know if you go to other school, then come to OU, you'll probably then kind of compare and contrast between the two.
Yeah, and I think Dr. Voll's right. Teams like that rush the field, not blue.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah,
that's right. Hey, Daniel, let's get into it a little bit. Last week's game, another offensive performance that was not very good. what can change by tomorrow night with this offense, do you think? Or, I mean, I'm picking a game in the 20s if OU's going to win this game. I don't know if you agree or what. But
I'm still thinking if the run game can be established, I firmly believe the run game, if we can establish a decent, powerful, impactful run game, that will be the determining factor. I don't believe that if we go fast pace and we're throwing the ball downfield, if we incorporate that into the run game, I believe that will be the deciding factor. But I believe if we can, if we get that first drive on offense, and whether it be Tatum or Javante or whoever, and that first play it's 10 yards, next was 15, and you go, okay, wait, we're seeing something here. I think that is then we'll see, okay, this we have something different going on here. If we can establish that, I think then that's what, and not even establish the run, establishing an attitude. On a run play, it's more than just a 10-yard run. It's if it's a stretch play or something like that, or a counter, you see that guard come and he's pulling and he just devastates that linebacker. If we see stuff like that, that's when we know, okay, this is what we've been wanting to see. This is what them O-lines of the past with Orlando and Lane and so forth have been. Like, if we start to see that in this game, that's when we know, okay, we give it time. That's when we're eventually going to come into our own in this offensive line. I think if we can establish an attitude in the run game, that's what's going to change the direction of the game.
The issue is going to be by far the best defensive line OU is going to see all year. I mean, up to this point, and maybe for the entire season, this defensive line is the real deal. I got to get quick to chasing 777. The arrogance by OU that you've heard is too much. You agree OU has more. And listen, chasing. What we're saying is OU's not going to. OU doesn't go into this game feeling like they're 7 points. I promise you, the locker room.
Tennessee doesn't have 6 championships, do they?
Jay, yeah.
What are they meaning by the OU arrogance? I don't see that.
Probably saying that OU's not going to rush the field. It's just a fact. The chance of OU rushing the field against Tennessee tomorrow, less than 1% chance. Chasing 7.
I don't see that as arrogance. I just see that as a sense of history. I mean, obviously no one's been to Alabama in the 17 years, but Alabama has not gotten a single new uniform in the last 30 years. So Alabama has a reason to be arrogant, but are we going to sit here and say, the Alabama arrogance because they're not rushing the field or getting new uniforms? And I'm not saying OU's been Alabama within the last 17 years, but I'm just using that as an example. I don't believe that's OU arrogance because we're saying we don't need to rush the field. We don't need to. I mean, I just don't think that would be something that requires us to rush the field if we beat Tennessee. Like, this isn't
and
changing of the guard or some seats.
Yeah, and Vol Girl, it's the same thing. No, it's not putting down Tennessee. This is talking about these are two great programs playing each other. I don't think, neither one would rush the field because these are two really good programs.
Hey, and Jeremy, they're in the same boat when you think about it. OU won a championship in 2000. It's been 24 years. Tennessee was 1998, right before.
Yep.
So they're both kind of like they're both desperate to get back to a national championship. I want to get to something I saw. I was going to ask. So you're talking about establishing run. I saw Chuck's comment about Jackson Arnold probably going to have to run a lot for that to happen. I agree with him on that because he ran it quite a bit last week. I think he's going to have to because you're just not running it through the middle very often. I think establishing run would be great. I just don't see, like, from what I've watched through 3 games, I'm not sure against this defense is the week to do it. Now, I will say this. Fair point. There were some runs last week, Daniel. There were some runs that should have went to the house.
Right, exactly.
That they did it. I would say you're going to, in a game like this, if you get one-on-one with the safety, you got to beat him. I mean, if you're right.
That I have noticed that in the games. I'm watching, like, they'll break a run and they'll have just a linebacker. So I'm like, how are they not breaking that tackle? And I'm always in my head, I'm like, obviously I understand it's Joe. I get it, and it's Samaje. But I'm like, if that's Joe or Samaje, even Rodney, I'm like, they're breaking that and they're going to the house. And I'm not trying to say that I believe they can be as good as those guys, as a Joe or Samaje, Rodney, and those things like that. But sometimes you got to make those guys miss. and hopefully they can do that. And I do agree with that. I'm not sure if this would be the game. Like I told y'all before, I'm a historian when it comes to OU. I remember when we played Baylor in 2015. Now, I know it was just Baylor, but I remember the first offensive drive. Sean Oakman, he was rushing against Orlando Zeus, and they did a stunt. It was a cross stunt in Orlando. He bullied him, and I remember us being on the sideline. Orlando like threw him, like tossed him a little bit, and like looked at us to the sideline and kind of like gave us like a look, like nodded his head. And I'm saying if they can establish that, even with Pierce, if they're like, you can establish, hey, look, I've heard about you. This is different. And that's what Orlando did when we played Baylor. And I understand it was just Baylor, but if they establish something like that, whether it be in the run or the pass, like, I know who you are. You're not going to do this against our line. That's what Orlando and those guys did in that game. They let Baylor know, yeah, y'all beat us last 2 years. Y'all understand y'all got a good defense, good defensive line. This isn't happening today. So, and then to the question, the reason I chose OU, they were the first Power 5 Division I school to offer me, and it was Coach V. Coach V was actually the person who called me and offered me the scholarship over the phone. So that's why I chose OU. Kind of stuck with them. It was a toss-up on signing day between OSU and UT. I know, don't judge me. But that's why I chose OU, is because Coach V, Coach Stoops, and then being kind of the first big school to really see my talent. So,
yeah, hey, DeMarco Murray, this comment from Selwyn, DeMarco preaches winning one-on-one battles, and I'm sure that's what coaches preach across the nation, but some guys can.
And some guys
some
can't.
Guys just aren't that. And I know Eric said if they're mid, it's going to be more difficult to win those battles. And Taylor Tatum did the flare screen that he caught and just kind of turned on the Jets. I know it was a little bitty play. It wasn't, but there was something there where he at least looked explosive. Javonte Barnes had that one where he cut up the middle of the field. He just, for whatever reason, is not able to get to that next level. And maybe he can. Sawchuck's the one that's just a little too patient for how bad the line is.
That's what I have see, I'm a different back. So Javonte has the quickness out of his cuts, but I think Taylor has the better moves. I think Javonte is too patient. And I remember I was talking to Jamal Charles. I spoke to Jamal Charles. I blew my knee out in high school, and he called me. We just talked through some things. We're talking about running back things and whatnot. And I remember him telling me that an offensive line is supposed to adapt to their running back, not the opposite way. So if you have a back that is fast, like for me, example, that in turn, they like a pulling guard or pulling tackle knows Daniel's in the backfield, so I'm going to have to come across here. I'm going to have to come across here fast, and that's the one issue I have with Javonte is sometimes he almost is too patient, waiting for something where he doesn't explode through the hole. Now I know sometimes you got to wait for the play to develop, but that's sometimes where I have issue. I remember Coach Gundy used to kind of preach, wait for it. I understand, be patient, but I go back to, I look at guys like Adrian. Obviously, I know Adrian Peterson. That's a whole different level of running back. You go back and watch Adrian. The line had to adapt to Adrian. Adrian was explosive. He was powerful, and he was fast. So the O-line had to adapt to that. So I think that's where the issue is I think the O-line has to adapt to the running backs. And I'm not saying Javonte needs to change his style of run, but I think that his style, I think he's more equipped for plays like screens and delayed draws and different things like that, where the play is slowing in development and then he can make it. Whereas Javonte and Taylor, they're more for the quick plays, the read options, the stretch plays where you get the ball and immediately have to decide to make a move where it doesn't develop as slowly. So I think that's where the style. I understand why they use. I thought Sam Franklin too. I thought he looked pretty good in some of the plays he had. I'm not saying they need to implement that many running backs, but I thought he looked good as well. And just to kind of throw his name out there and give him a little shout. But I think that's where they need to start kind of adjusting. That's just talking about the O-line.
Yeah, a lot of talking here right now about the national championships. It's kind of funny to look at P says, "Who cares about 1950? I care about tomorrow." Exactly.
Yeah, I
And you
agree.
know what? I know OUS 7. I don't know. I don't know how many Tennessee has. Y'all can fight that out on the chat because I don't feel like messing with that. But will it be running back by committee tomorrow? Does it become one guy or two guys? I think it goes two. I think eventually they go to two. I don't think three is the best option.
I think it's two. And if, like I say, if it's Javonte and Taylor, go with them. Go with your. And I'm not saying Javonte isn't great. He's a good back. I'm not saying he's not. But if those two guys get in and they establish a rhythm and they're your guys, forget all that. They've established their tenure or seniority, however you want to word it, and we got to get Javonte. No, if Taylor and Javonte are out there and they're just gashing them, screen, flare, run play here, stretch play here, dive there. Keep those guys going. Keep them in rhythm. Javonte will get his when it's time. Maybe just this is not the game, but sometimes you got to feed the hot hand. And if you have a hot hand and it's two backs and it's Taylor and it's Javonte, then so be it. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and Tennessee's going to have the two-headed monster of Deshaun Bishop, Dylan Sampson. Those guys, their running attack, OU's got to stop on the other side, the running attack, because Tennessee has been hammering people yardage-wise on the ground, and Nico then will take shots over the top. Very difficult for OU's defense, but I think they're going to be up for the challenge, but it's going to be difficult stopping the run.
I feel this is kind of different, though. Just speaking of Tennessee's offense, I feel as if for some reason Seth Luttrell reminds me of Heupel in 2014 in the sense of, maybe I'm wrong and people want to correct me or say I'm speaking crazy, I don't know, but I feel a sense of that Seth needs to go through different styles and at different areas and whether it be different schools and really understand what his identity of an offense, what a scheme is. And I feel like that's what Heupel did, because obviously 2014 was my worst season, our worst season we've had in recent memory. We went 8-5, and that year the offense was vanilla. We had no identity. Do we want to run the ball? Do we want to pass the ball? We really only threw to Sterling at that time. That was kind of the year that Samaje really established himself as a dynamic running back. Alex and Keith were also in the backfield, and we just didn't know what we wanted to be. And that's when Coach Stoops, obviously, as you know, let him go. And then goes to Utah State, goes to Missouri, goes to FAU, and now he's at Tennessee. And I think because he went through that, he went through different areas to really hone his craft. And I feel like, I don't know, maybe it'll change, but I feel like that's Seth Luttrell to me. Is he's now the offensive coordinator, but he still doesn't understand what his identity is. And I feel like he needs to go through that to understand what is Seth Luttrell's offense. What is his hype? What is his Lincoln Riley? What is his Mike Leach? What is it that he brings that's an identity for an offense, like Coach V is to defense. So I just feel like that's where I get a sense from him.
Well, the difference is Heupel was scoring you guys that year. There was no identity because I remember that season, but you guys were still scoring points, like Eric was saying. Yeah. This year, there's no identity, and you're hoping they can score a touchdown or two in a game. I mean,
right.
Hey, I got a question for you, Daniel. Back in 2015 in Tennessee, that game, we talked a little bit about it last week. That was Lincoln Riley's first year. There were some struggles, especially in the first half of that game. Offense did nothing. Now, I think the difference, I mean, you tell me, but Baker Mayfield, his attitude, everything about that guy, the way he played, he kind of changed that game a little bit.
He did. Yep.
Now, Jackson Arnold, we haven't really, I mean, we've seen a little bit of fire, but nothing like Baker Mayfield. When the offense is struggling, is it on the quarterback to really get it going? I mean, I know everybody's different. They all have different personalities, but I mean, maybe just talk about that with Baker in 2015, because it was 17-3 at third quarter there, I believe. So.
Right. Yeah. I do believe it's the quarterback. Also a leader of the offense, but with Baker, he oozed this sense of authenticity and attitude.
Yeah.
Like, people like, the Kansas game when he grabbed his junk. I've told my wife, I told people, that's Baker. Us players, we don't have an issue with that.
Yeah.
The media, oh, that's terrible, that's bad. No, that's what we want to see. That's what we want to see from our quarterback. That's what Baker brought in the Tennessee game. And I feel as if Jackson is, because he struggled a little bit, he's kind of in his shell, in his bubble. Let out a little of that Jackson. And I feel like Baker always had that. And I think Baker had that because he was a walk-on. So Baker always had a chip on his shoulder. So I feel like Baker did that at Tech. He did that when he came here because he wanted to establish himself at OU, which was obviously at another level from Texas Tech. But I feel like that's the issue that Jackson has right now, is that he's trying to be how's the word, prototypical quarterback. The smile, the good attitude, I do everything right. Forget all that. I want to see some cussing. I want to see some attitude. I want to see some swagger. I want to see some four-letter words. I want to see you getting on the face of the defensive lineman like Baker. I want to see some of this stuff. I don't care about you doing all the right things and different things like that. Like I said, people can clip this. If he sees it, so be it. But I want to see that. I want to see a sense of an attitude. You getting into Heupel's face, telling him I'm here. That's what I want to see from a quarterback. It's different when it comes from a quarterback as opposed to a defensive lineman or a lineman. You expect that to a certain degree. But when it comes from a quarterback, that brings something. I feel like that's something that's missing. I believe that that's something that can really bring him out and say, I'm here now.
So, and I do think that after the pick six, which was awful, horrific, inexcusable, can't do it. He did have a big time throw on a third down play where Burks dropped it. And then he had to scramble for a touchdown in a one possession game. He did get really fired up there. Maybe that could be the switch that flips. And also, I think going against Nico, who was in your recruiting class, he was in Jackson Arnold's recruiting class. They were right there together. That could also maybe cause him, maybe get a spark in him.
Yeah, but I also think Nico, he's unbelievable talent. And he's also got the most confident guy as his head coach on offense.
In his ear.
Josh Heupel sets quarterbacks up for success like Noah. Him and Lincoln Riley are similar in that way. They simplify it. They know what read they're going to hit. And I do feel like with Seth Luttrell right now and Jackson Arnold, like you said with Seth Luttrell, they haven't really figured it out yet. Mm-hmm. And that may be where it's coming from. The confidence. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with it. And I said I agree with, like they are saying, I agree with Eric too at the bottom there. It's like, Jackson, what are you trying to let some of the swag out? What are you trying to be? Like, stop trying to be this picture perfect, do the right, make the right read quarterback. Like, we don't want to see that. Like that's not what no great quarterback is that. And I believe because he's young, he's trying to understand that. Because and that's what I'm saying. Like right now, you can all the people watching here right now, if you ask what is Jackson Arnold, what is he? I don't believe anybody can answer that. And I know that's a little different question. It's a hard question to ask even with other quarterbacks. But if you really think about it, what is he? Like what is it that he brings in terms of attitude to the game and what is he trying to be? It's, to me, he's not trying to be anything. What he is he is showing that I'm still young and don't know, as opposed to, okay, I see what Jackson's trying to be. He's trying to establish himself. Hey, I'm the next person in line. Like, it's hard to explain, but I just need to see something that lights a fire in them that I'm waiting to see. I don't know what, maybe this is the game, but like y'all just said, I don't know if Seth Luttrell is just, he doesn't have that way of bringing it out like Hype and Coach Riley does, but he needs to learn how to bring that out of his guys. Because if he doesn't, I mean, like RJ Young said, last week, we're going to run, because I agreed when I was watching his podcast. Jackson right now, he's looking like Trevor to me. That's what he's looking like. And I love Trevor. Trevor had all the attributes to be a great quarterback, but Trevor just didn't have it. And right now, I'm gonna knock on wood, but that's what I'm seeing, and I'm hoping that's not the case. But I'm just getting Trevor Knight vibes.
And Trevor had it in the first game he played against Bama, and then through the offseason, when he became the guy, he kind of,
It
you know,
just we
it
couldn't
went
figure
away.
out. We couldn't even us on the team. We couldn't figure out like. I know everybody calls him the one night wonder. I know, I know that name, but I don't know what happened between that game and then to the 2014 season. I truly don't know what happened. I agree, Lone Wolf, no personality. It's kind of like Trevor had personality, but he didn't show it. Like he said, Baker, he had personality. Kyler,
not as much.
Not so much, but Kyler, his personality was through his athletic ability, if you can say that. So, it's hard to say, but I'm hoping he's not another Trevor. And I love Trevor. Trevor's my friend, but even Trevor will say he just didn't live up to what he should have been. And I'm hoping that's not the case. Hey, I don't know about Landry. He's a little more athletic than Landry.
Yeah, he's more athletic, and he's got more of a personality, I think. And
he has a personality. That's the thing. He won't let it out.
He was a dog in high school. Like, he did have swagger, and even in the bowl game last year, he showed some. So I do think getting a guy like Nick Anderson and maybe getting a center back, that can help you with that.
That's what I was going to say. Chasing 7-7 was asking about the center. Is he going to play? Are they getting back? We'll find out tomorrow. I don't believe any injury report. Now I see a guy suit up and actually play. But if they got the center back, it would help. It's a big thing with blitz pickups and everything. And when you look at it, that's really where his struggle's been, is on any pressure or blitz pickups. So that would help him for sure. I mean, maybe it's a game like this, though, guys, that you have a big-time school coming into your place, your first SEC game. Maybe this is the game that all that comes to fruition. We'll find out.
Yeah. I mean, I remember, 2 years ago, obviously he had been playing for a while. But when Kansas State came in here and Adrian Martinez, that was his coming out party. I'd never seen Adrian Martinez play as well as he did against OU back in 2022. And I think it was Colin Klein said, or whoever it was, I don't know if it was Colin or the head coach at the time, said, I just let Adrian I told him just be loose, be him. And he was out there being him. He was scrambling all over the place, just picking OU apart, throwing dimes, darts, bowing, scoring touchdowns. He had this attitude and this swagger in that game. And I feel like that's what Jackson needs to. He needs to just let loose. This is the same game you've played your entire life. The distance, both in width and in length, has not changed. Only thing is different is there's 90,000 people around you. Everything else is the same. The speed obviously is different, but this is the same game you played your entire life. Don't make it difficult.
Hey, and I see what Selwyn's saying, and I did see that last week, but I think what we're saying is when that's not happening, you still have to be – you make a mistake, it's like the frustration I think is what kind of everybody's saying. I know when he scored that touchdown, he was off the hook, man. He was pumped up and excited. But
well, Jay, here's the fact of the matter. No one's going to care about the first three games if it happens tomorrow night. No one's going to care about the first three if he shows up tomorrow night and shows out. And the same with Nico. Nico's been great, but no one's going to care if he goes in tomorrow and succumbs to the pressure of the road environment. They're going to say, well, maybe – I mean, tomorrow is going to tell the story. And what do you – score prediction, Daniel? What do you got?
All this entire week, I was like, I was picking Tennessee. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna pick OU. I'm gonna pick a close one. I'm gonna say 31-28 OU. And I think our defense is going to be the determining factor. Why? Because obviously Tennessee has looked good, but the one thing I can say, unlike OU or vice versa, but OU's played, I would say the competition has been a slightly not great, but slightly better. Like Kent State, I believe, is in the bottom 10. Like they're up there with UMass and Kennesaw State. I mean, they are just horrendous. So, and I know Temple is bad too, which doesn't look good. That we did decent against them, but yeah, I'm going to go 31-28 OU. I think close one. I'm hoping they can pull it off. But I just think I'm hoping, as Nick said, this rat poison is really getting to the players and the coaches and Jackson specifically and the O-line. I could just call out everybody, and they're like, damn this, forget this. So yeah.
Hey, Selwyn says, who's the pressure most on tomorrow, OU or Tennessee? I think Tennessee.
The home team. I think it's always on the home team in a game like this.
It is on the home team probably, but I'm just saying you're the underdog. OU's the underdog.
Yeah, I would say it's OU because it's their home team, but I would say I think that's a little more locally for some reason. But I think nationally, I think it's Tennessee because Tennessee, Nico, and they're putting them on this big pedestal right now because how they look. So I think, and they're coming in their favorites, which hasn't been, I think they said that hasn't been a thing since 1998 in Norman. So I think there's a bit of pressure on Heupel coming back. He's doing good. Team looks great. Offenses look better than OU. Defense is kind of, I guess they're kind of similar. So I would say nationally Tennessee, but I would say more locally OU, if that makes sense. But that's just what I feel.
Yeah, well, Daniel, we really appreciate you and every Friday night hopping on here. Appreciate it, and we'll see you next week. And let's hope that score prediction comes true. 31-20.
Appreciate you guys. And the last I'll leave with is I'll be at the game tomorrow. I'll be on the sideline.
Nice.
And then another big thing is actually me and my good friend Eric Stryker. We're starting a podcast sometime this fall. So
nice.
All the OU fans, look out for that. So
sweet.
Joining the you guys too as well. So joining the team. So yeah, appreciate you.
Awesome.
Guys.
Sounds good, bro.
Enjoy the game.
Right.
We'll see you.
All right. See y'all. Have a good night.
You too. Yep. I saw. Appreciate Daniel for joining us on Friday nights. It's awesome. Love to have him on here. Chuck says, I think this is kind of piggybacking off Bobby's comment, which was we were talking about pressure on which team. Nationally, OU, this is their first SEC game. Everybody's looking at Oklahoma to see what they're going to do when they get into the SEC. You really need to go out there and perform well if you're OU, because you know what the perception is going to be if they go out there and lay an egg. It's not going to be good. Not going to be a good first game in the SEC. So,
someone asked about the trumpet. It's all ready, guys. It's ready for tonight because we're not ending anytime soon. We're going to keep this thing going and rolling. I see people saying a lot of bad takes, or that we are saying a lot of bad takes, or I don't know who you're talking about, but everyone has the right to their own opinion. That's what's great.
If the ball,
Jay, I don't think there's any way OU scoring in the 30s unless they get a defensive touchdown or special teams touchdown.
I got 27-24, so I'm in the 20s.
I got 23-20.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, and it could go either way.
I've had Tennessee 23-20. I've had OU 23-20. And by the way, to me, it's not a sunshine to say a 3-point game when these two teams are 6 and 15. To me, a road environment in a defensive battle, you just never know what's going to happen. That's what I'm banking on that for OU. Yes, I'm banking on that for OU, that it's going to be a low-scoring affair, that there's going to be turnovers. For the OU's going to get some turnovers. That's what I'm saying.
Stephen G, OU fans are the most pressure. Yeah, maybe that's true, Stephen. Hey, here's the thing.
Who's Bobby talking about?
I've picked against OU before. I've picked them to lose games. So
It-Vol is a race to 28. If OU gets to 28, I think they win.
Hey, Snapper Morgan says weather. It's going to be hot most of the day.
Bobby, what name was messed up?
It's going to be hot most of the day.
Whatever, dude.
Hey, what does it end up with in tomorrow night? Like low 80s, maybe? I think it's low 80s.
Maybe we need to have the fan call-in show again tonight, Jay. Have some people hop on here.
Don't know, don't care.
I don't. If he picks Corso, if Corso picks OU, he's probably gonna get a shotgun. But I would not give Corso a shotgun right now.
No. I don't really care who Corso picks. The days of that, where if he picks your team, you're worried they're going to lose or win. I really don't even usually watch game day all up until when they pick. I'll watch a few of the stories tomorrow for Brent Venables and Danny Stutzman, but after that, I don't really watch it all. I can't stay on it for the whole time.
Dante Thornton is a tough matchup. He's a tough matchup. 6'5", 228.
They got big wide receivers. Hey, Dr. Ball. Because I'm picking OU to win by 3 points, I'm drinking Kool-Aid. I mean, if you think Tennessee's going to come in here and just destroy OU, I think you're going to be – I think you'll be in for a rude awakening tomorrow. That's just my opinion. Now, can it happen? Yeah. I just don't see OU getting blown out at home tomorrow. I don't see that happening. I think it's going to be a close game. The people that get on here and bash Sooner fans for picking OU in a close game, are they going to be the same people if OU loses 27-24 that say, I was right, Tennessee beat y'all? It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, it's showing 100 degrees in Tulsa. Game time around 96. Yeah, Norman's going to be at 94 at game time. But
is it? I thought they were cooler. I thought a cool front was coming in.
Not till Sunday now.
Oh, okay. It's going to be hot then. Going to be hot. Tennessee must be sharing the Kool-Aid then. I wasn't meaning you. There are people saying a blowout. Yeah, Dr. Ball. Anybody that says a blowout win for Oklahoma, I would agree with you drinking the Kool-Aid. Okay.
Hey, what's Bobby? I want to know Bobby's prediction. Drop it in the chat.
Bobby's got 41-17 Tennessee.
Okay.
Eric's got 37-17 Tennessee. Or that was Greg God. Greg God 37-17 Tennessee. Those are OU fans.
Yeah. Hey, Eric, I'm going to tell you why again. Let me answer this, Jay. Let me tell you why.
Wait, Eric, you tell me. Who had put better stuff on the field, Georgia or Kentucky? Why was Kentucky within 1 point of Georgia? Eric, answer the question.
How can neither team score touchdowns in Georgia-Kentucky game, Eric?
How's that
I'll tell you how. You never know in football. It's a road test. It's Nico's first road test. He may blow it out of the water and be way up there in the Heisman, the #1 Heisman candidate. If he rocks into Norman and dominates and puts on a show, he will be in prime time, okay? Or he's not. Or he's not because the pressure is going to be a lot. I'm banking on that for OU. That's what I'm banking on.
Listen, Eric, you said Georgia won. That's right. But you know what? If I would have told you last week and I would have picked Georgia or Kentucky to win 13-12, come on, you would have ripped me, dude. You would have
you would have been ripping. If you're a Kentucky fan, Jay, and you would have said that, sunshine pumping. And this is a number 6 versus number 15. We're not talking about an unranked opponent. OU is ranked.
Hey, and you know what? Everybody, Eric, all y'all on here that want to pick OU to lose in a blowout, that is totally fine. Tomorrow night at this time, maybe I'm sitting here saying, Eric, I was a dummy. Why did I pick OU to win by 3 points? They got destroyed. I don't think that'll happen. But I am entitled to my opinion, and I've told you why I picked OU by 3. I said it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm banking it on the defense. That's what I've said for 2 weeks.
And guess what else? Guess what else, Eric? If you would have put 1,000 on OU covering in Tulane, you would have won that one too, and everyone's been ripping them because they didn't play well, but they still covered. Hey, I got to go to the Brody comment real quick.
Hey, real quick, get to the super from SEC Sooner. Thanks so much, SEC Sooner. We appreciate it. Said Danny gets 15 tackles on D, turns Nico over twice, 35-31 Boomer. Appreciate the surge for all the content. Yeah, no problem for all the content. 35 points is a lot. I mean, I don't know if OU can get there. They might, but
hey, Brody Bailey hopping on here saying that OU doesn't have SEC speed. Well, OU's defense is SEC ready. I don't know. Are you talking about defense? Because if you are, I think you'll see the speed on defense. They have speed.
Hey, and Vol says, to be fair, Kentucky gets up for about one big game a year. Usually get Florida. Well, these are the games right here that OU wins. So, I mean, the ones OU loses.
Exactly. The only way Stutzman gets no tackles is if he gets hurt and doesn't play.
Hey, you know what's funny is I don't think we had started our lives last year at the Texas game. But I bet all of these comments that you're seeing about these OU getting blown out were the same people that said Texas was going to blow OU out last year. So.
Correct. Pierce can't be the MVP, thanks. KJ says.
Hey, thanks, Chasing 77. We appreciate you being on here. Hey,
Pierce can't be the MVP.
Hey, here's my hope that after this is over tomorrow night, whoever wins, we still have Tennessee fans in here on our lives because it's good, and we can talk SEC football. And here's the fact, too. If Tennessee wins tomorrow night, you might as well go ahead and buy your ticket. They're in the playoff. They're in the playoff.
They won't have 3 losses if they beat OU.
No, because they get Bama at home and they go to Georgia. Even if they lost both of those, nobody else is beating. I think they're probably going to have 2 losses max if they beat Oklahoma.
I'm waiting for Brody to say if it's offense or defense he's talking about for speed. They said, guys, if we're keeping records, you've been wrong about a lot.
And I have been, Eric. I have been. I was pretty.
Eric, who said we were right on everything?
I'm pretty right on. Now, I don't know what the score is right now in Nebraska. But somebody.
I was right. OU covered against Tulane, too, didn't they?
Hey, here's the thing. We were talking about SEC or national championships earlier. OU and Tennessee, I mentioned earlier, they both are hungry for a national championship. And I saw a comment on here that it kind of bothered me a little bit. I didn't say it. We were talking to Daniel. It was about Tennessee being a mid-tier SEC team for a while. Well, other than Alabama and Georgia, who hasn't been? I mean, let's face facts. Other than Alabama and Georgia, who would you say has been a consistent team in the SEC? There hasn't been many.
Hey, guess what, Roman?
Florida, most recent years, LSU, most recent years, won a national championship. But Alabama and Georgia have just dominated.
You guys are firing me up. And guess what, Roman? We yell every night. If there's one person on here or 275, guess why? We don't care how many are watching. We do this for the viewers who are watching and because we're fans, period. And Juicy O, maybe you should just turn it off.
Yeah, nobody's forced you to watch.
You have a power button. Turn the camera off. You don't have to watch us. Go to a Tennessee one if you don't want to watch us. Get off here. We don't need you to watch it. If you don't like our nostrils, I can't help how I was born. I can't help that my mom had Miss Piggy nostrils. I can't help it.
True.
And God love her. She passed away 7 years ago. I'm done hearing about nostrils. Get off here.
Yeah, I don't care. Just who cares?
I do.
Who cares?
I don't care if there's 1 or 270, Jay.
Yeah, that's right. We were doing it when there were 5, so I don't
Bye,
care.
Felicia.
Sooner fan loved your nostrils, by the way, he says.
Trumpet nostrils.
Hey, Sooner Freak says bye. Okay. What was I even saying? I totally forgot. Trumpet nostrils.
Hey, I'm still waiting on Brody Bailey. I'll be here a while. You've probably got to go to Google. Tell me who doesn't have speed on OU. I'll wait. You said OU is bad on both sides speed-wise. I think it's a horrible take. I would like to hear it. And Brody, there you are dropping a word. Whatever. You're the one who can't claim that. You claim that OU doesn't have speed. Drop it in the chat. Who's slow? Is Danny Stutzman slow?
Curious. I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
Hey, one thing I'll never do, Brody, and one thing I'll never do, Roman, and all the people that are personally attacking about how someone looks is I'll never do that. I'm better than that. Thank you very much.
Chris, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Glad you're on here. Both slides are slow. Yeah, who said that? Gonk Boy says both sides are slow. Okay. OU has been so base. Tomorrow will be fun. Are you mean that they've been vanilla? Is that the word we're looking for? Hey, Vol Girl, thanks so much. Appreciate it. No, all Vol fans are like this. Here's to a good game. Go Vols. And I hope it's a great game. I really do.
Every fan base has some that aren't like the others.
Hey, and you know what? There's going to be a bunch of Tennessee fans in the stands. If what I've been hearing about Norman, Oklahoma today, there's a lot of Tennessee fans in the area. So I think it'll be a great atmosphere.
And by the way,
they are coming to take what OU took from them in 2015 when OU went to Neyland. So be ready for it.
Hey, people talking about the comment about mom. Listen, that comment was for no reason except to point out the reason my nostrils are like this.
You could go get a nose job if you wanted to. I don't want to.
It's ridiculous. Someone said something about Squirrel White. Thanks, Trap House. You're a third stud. Appreciate it. And all the Surgeaholics. are absolute studs on this channel.
Yeah.
And we've got a lot of stud Vol fans and classy Vol fans. There was a question on here about Squirrel White, Jay.
Hey,
Brody, I got to go show this. I got to show this, man.
While you're looking for it, let me bring up, let's get to it with the Fan Stop. www.thefanstop.com. Make sure when you get there, use code SURGE. You'll get 10% off your first 3 months. You get a shirt of the month club. You get a shirt every month, new design, new color, all of it. Tennessee fans, they're officially licensed for Tennessee as well. And OU fans the same. Also, both fans would love this hat because if I can hold it right, look at this. Upside down Longhorn. Who doesn't like the Longhorns? Most people. So,
hey, Brody, first off, I'm going to chill out here, Brody. First off, you never attacked me. You're not the one who put the personal comment on there. You attacked the speed, and I'm questioning the speed. Your comment here is not relevant. If Danny Stutzman is guarding Squirrel White, OU's got issues. He's not guarding Squirrel White, okay? That's not going to happen.
That would be like their linebacker on Deion Burks.
Guess what? Pierce isn't going to stay with OU's receivers. Neither is any of their linebackers.
Hey, you know what? I don't care about some of these comments. It doesn't bother me. So bring it.
I love them, Jay. Bring it. We'll be here. Again, we will stay on till 3 a.m. if you're here with us. We're not, whatever. Let's talk about the game.
Every fan base has a streamer with big nostrils. That's could you go to?
What's Danny Stutzman's 40? Maybe Hunter can drop it in there. I would say he's probably a 4.5, 4.6 guy.
That's what I would guess.
That's what I would say.
Hey, Tennessee, there's a chance they go 11-1. I would favor Tennessee at home against Bama right now. So the Georgia game would be the one. Yeah, we have speed guys, Chuck says. Is Tennessee considered a blue bud? We've had this conversation before. It depends on how many blue buds you pick in there.
4.6. 4.6 is what he runs. I was close. By the way, Stutzman is not 4.57 from Danny's dad right there. Stutzman is not going to be lined up on Squirrel White. OU plays a cheetah guy. Stutzman's going to be coming after Nico. Stutzman's going to be running laterally to chase Dylan Sampson and Deshaun Bishop down, and he's going to show his speed off. Like, listen, no linebacker is going to stay with Deion Burks on the other side. I don't understand that comment by Brody Bailey.
That's called matchups. Vol says, I won't lie, I'm a bit more nervous than before with Lance Hurd out. That's a big loss, I think. Now, I don't watch film like some guys. You know, we're fans, but we don't break it down. I mean, I think it was Gabe Eichert that was saying that he thought there was a pretty good drop-off from Lance Hurd to the backup. Now, we'll find out tomorrow. I know that guy's got a lot of experience, though. So, anyway, Billy Bum will have 2 picks tomorrow. I saw – will we play nickel most of the game? I have no clue what Brent Venables is going to do and Zach Alley's going to do. They got something up their sleeves. I know
Trap House. Elite comment right here. Game speed and a 40 straight is even different because laterally how guys move, especially linebackers, how quickly they can get downhill, how quickly they can recognize something and take the right angle. That is huge in games like this. And again, Danny, Billy, Woody, they all came back for nights like this. Okay? That's what they came back for.
Yeah, and Squirrel runs a 4.37. And
yeah, he's good. He's a slot receiver.
Brendan Thompson runs a 4.34, maybe. I don't know. Man. He's pretty quick.
Well, guess what? OU's in trouble. You know why, Jay? Brody, OU's in big-time trouble. Golly!
What? What happened?
Luke Elzinga, the punter, he's not going to be able to stay with the kickoff return if he breaks one. Oh, man.
That's true. Hey.
We're done.
Mess, I totally disagree with this comment. Heisman statues to me don't mean anything for blue blood. That's just my opinion. I think it's more about winning championships than Heisman statues. But you could say statues, they help with your overall status, but I wouldn't consider a mark of being a blue blood.
Hey, one thing, and Eric and I in the Discord, and I know a lot of people in the Discord were talking about it. The first team to score, if OU could go down and score and get a defensive stop right off the bat, or as Trap House says, an early turnover, a special teams big play, that does a lot, especially for a team who is maybe lacking confidence offensively. And that also puts a little bit of doubt into a team who has had it very easy because they've been so good. I'm not saying just because the opponents, everything's come easy for Tennessee. You've got to make them struggle. If Tennessee goes right down OU's throat and then OU goes 3 and out, that confidence is going to be lacking on OU's end. So
yeah,
the start's big.
And Bobby says it great. Danny's playing better any linebacker in college football right now. He's the last one I'm worried about being able to stay with him. That's right. He's been unbelievable. And Zach, I have no clue what a Wonderlic is. Okay, so
it's your Wonderlic test, Jay. What's Jackson Arnold's Wonderlic test?
Oh, I thought he was talking about me. I was like, what is
no,
what
Jackson? I think he's asking what Jackson Arnold's Wonderlic's test
is. He hasn't done that yet. Hasn't done
it yet. He's a smart guy.
Yeah, he's smart, dude. Jackson Arnold's a smart guy. He just needs some confidence. You know what he needs? It would probably be the best thing to happen to OU tomorrow night would be on an early drive for him to make a long pass for a touchdown. They need an explosive touchdown. They haven't. You know what's crazy is I'm trying to think. His 24-yard TD run, is that the longest touchdown in the year?
I believe it is, Jay, actually. Corrections 101. It's on Fox TV. Hey, I got the trumpet out for later, Jay. I don't know if it'll be 2 a.m., 1 a.m., midnight, whatever it is. I'll be playing. If you want Rocky Top again, I've oiled up the trumpet. It's ready to rock and roll. Boomer Sooner will be top-notch tonight.
Hey, it better be. It wasn't good last night. Hey, and everything around that wasn't good last night. Chasing 777 says, if freaking Peyton Manning can't win the Heisman, then it's worth. I don't think it's worthless, but I do think it's gotten away from being the best player. Now it's more of if you're on a really good team, it's not the best player in college football. But I don't think it ever has been. I mean, go back. I mean, Chris Winkie, he wasn't the best player in college football.
He was the oldest.
Well, he was the oldest, but.
Hey, two things are true. OU might be sick of Rocky Top, and you will for sure be sick of OU fans and Boomer Sooner. And the song Boomer Sooner, okay? I promise you that.
That orange Red Bull tells them all you need to know, Jeremy. You should have got red tonight. Bad decision.
Hey, and you know what? I am wearing a shell necklace. Do you have a problem with that, TW? If you do, let me explain Jeremy, why I'm wearing it.
Calm down. Hey, there's people on here that haven't been on here before, and they don't know that you wear that every night. So
I wear it every night. Here's why. I don't care what people think of me, Jay. Ooh, I'm 47. I'm married and have 3 boys.
Wait, you're a man and you're 40. Is that right?
I'm in education, my career in education. I love everything.
There you go. Appreciate it, Marcus. Arch Manning will be little brother next month. I don't think Arch Manning will still be starting next month. I think they will have viewers back by then. I'm sorry. I'm seeing some of these comments. It's ridiculous. Some of these comments, guys. Keep it clean. I mean, geez Louise. We can ban people. We don't need to. But let's not go after people's children. Are you kidding me?
And I can't look, Jay. I don't know if I don't know if Hunter is still.
He's not. Hunter's not in the chat.
You might need to text Jay, and he might need to get on here and ban some because I'm not putting up with personal attacks and vulgar stuff. This is not what this channel is. I don't care. Not putting up with the vulgarness that people are putting in the chat.
That's right. Yeah, we're talking football on here. Period.
We welcome Tennessee fans. You probably don't have a live going right now at 10:30 or 11 at night, and I'm sorry. I wish you. I mean, maybe you need to reach out to someone about that. Get one going. I don't know. Don't have personal attacks and be clean. Yeah, Brody, you're right. It was T. Martin, 1998.
What? T. Martin was the last time they won a natty? Is that what you said?
Yeah, last one to win a natty. Jay, is there a player on OU?
Appreciate it.
And Tennessee fans can drop it on their side. Is there a player that nobody's talking about, nobody's mentioning, that could be a difference maker?
That nobody's talking about?
Like all game week, it's just a name that hasn't been mentioned. They're obviously guys that are playing, but they haven't really mentioned.
I mean, difference maker when you go offense. I mean, you could say an O lineman for Oklahoma if he's healthy.
Oh wow, Nebraska lost. My take on Nebraska was bad.
I blew that too. I cannot
Matt
believe
Rule, not what I thought. That is a shock.
I thought they were going to be 6-0.
I did too. Absolute bad take on my part.
You know who's a good coach?
Who, Jay? The Illinois guy.
Yes.
Bobby said J.J. Hester, difference maker.
There we go, Bobby. There we go.
Hey, someone said Anthony. Chuck said Anthony, and then someone said the kicker, and I actually think Michael Hammond, OU kicker could be.
Hey, what's up? What's up, The Bomb? Thanks for joining. Hey, appreciate it, Nicole. Thank you. Nebraska loses.
Wow.
Tennessee defense.
A young guy, and listen, Rayola's been good, but I'm going to say this for both guys, Jay. Nico and Jackson Arnold, in a big-time game, one of them will probably step up and one won't. Or maybe they'll both be like Mahomes and Baker. Doubt it.
Yeah. I'm not going to get into the national championship talk. I don't want to sit here and try to – someone that says Jaron Kannick, though. Could he? I mean, possibly.
Special teams, PJ out of Boré.
Jake Roberts could be an impactful – he was an impactful player in the Houston game. Nebraska's back. I see that.
We got someone banned, Jay. Hunter banned someone.
Who was it?
I can see it on the screen. So, appreciate you, Hunter. Appreciate you. Elite D-line through 3 games is crazy talk.
Chief's been on the Brennan Thompson thing for here's a couple things. He's been on the Brennan Thompson thing. Hasn't really come
I've been with you.
But here's the other one is we'll see tomorrow night at 6:30 if Chief's right, because Chief has said for about a month now that Taylor Tatum will be running back 1 by the Tennessee game. Taylor Tatum will be RB1. We will find out tomorrow night.
Jay, do you think they trot him out there?
Tatum?
Yeah.
The first play, I don't know. I think they probably go with Barnes.
And I've been with Chief on Brennan Thompson, but I've changed on that one. I haven't liked what I've seen very much. Trap House says OU front group on defense has to be not only gap discipline, but gap dominant. That's the thing. They've got to get penetration in the backfield. They've got to move the line back and then let the linebackers fill gaps, and they've got to stay where they're at and be gap fills. I will say, Jaden Jackson has done a really good job of that. Eric, did you hear what I just said about, I don't know, a minute and a half ago? I said horrible take by me. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
I said it was bad.
Hunter's on here banning some if they're throwing personal attacks. Here's a couple things, guys. If you're new to the channel,
we won't show a personal attack ever.
Listen, we will let people have any opinion they want. You can banter back and forth. We love it. That's fine. Say what's on your mind. We do not talk politics. We do not go personal attacks at people. It does not happen. You can attack Oklahoma as a team with your takes on the team. We do not attack people personally, period. So there it is. Do not ban Eric. Eric's done nothing wrong. They're trying to just joke
They're
around.
just saying that. Hey,
nobody's going to boo Heupel. I don't think you'll hear one boo. Do you?
No one's booing Heupel, Jay.
Nobody.
How the crowd, Fred Kirk says, how the crowd responds to Nick Anderson on the field is on the first. How will they respond? The crowd the crowd's going to be excited for OU, period. How's Tennessee going to respond?
Bobby's booing him.
How's OU's scheme going to be any different? Those are things I think that are important to look at.
Hey, this is a great point by Trap House. Says Tennessee runs a lot of wham blocking schemes inside out of the gun. Got to keep the linebackers clean and out the trash. That's right. Got to keep them clean. And then the linebackers being clean, they got to make the tackles. And another thing, those little wide receiver slip screens, defensive backs have to make the tackle. You cannot let a 3-yard gain go 12. Can't happen.
Yeah, and Hunter, I don't know. I think you banned the one that really was stuff. Do we have any recruiting info? There's going to be a lot of recruits there tomorrow.
There'll be a lot of recruits there tomorrow.
I'm not a recruiting insider. I won't ever claim to be. They have a lot of recruits in town.
Michael Pasucci, Ryan Foje. They're all going to be there. But here's the thing. This is a night game. It's one of your biggest games at home this year. You're going to have recruits there. It's going to be a good recruiting night. Hopefully, it's a good performance.
Hey,
let me tell you a crazy stat. Do you know how many yards per game that Tennessee has outgained their opponents?
how many?
You ready for this? 478 yards a game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it becomes difficult, that's good.
OU hasn't had 478 yards in a game.
Hey, Bobby says recruiting news. BB policy is made up. Cortez coming back. Cortez Mills. Hey, God Guns and Ammo says Tennessee will run 12 personnel and leak
I've heard that as well.
Now, that's a matchup that OU's linebackers got to be able to attack. They've got to be able to stay with the tight end.
Hey, and I got to say, Selene, thanks so much. I saw kind of what you sent a message today. Appreciate the kind words. Means a lot, Selene. Thank you.
How good is Tennessee's field goal kicker?
He's good. 7 of 8 on the year, I believe.
Yes.
So, but I think both kickers are good.
Heupel does have a poor road record.
Yeah. But I mean, I think last year, I'm trying to think on the road, they had a couple of games where they didn't play well at all last year on night games specifically. But we threw mustard bottles and golf balls at Kiffin. What's the OU come and toss them in the field? Barbecue sauce bottles?
Jay,
probably.
Yeah, but Jay, I don't think OU's ever done that. I don't think OU's ever done that, Jay.
Well, you had the Orange Bowl stuff. I don't think so. I don't think so. No, there won't be much talking before the game, I don't think. I'm ready to see the Danny story on game day, though. I bet that'll be elite.
That's going to be great.
Gosh, I was going to get to something. I'll think of it in just a minute, Jeremy.
Brent Venables is 19-10 with 2 bowl losses. Yeah. As what? As what, though? As what?
In 2 years.
Yeah, as head coach.
Yes.
19-10 is not good.
Not good.
But Josh Heupel has been a coach for how long? 4 years? 5 years?
At Tennessee?
Head coach, period. UCF, he was there how many years?
I want to say he was there
2 or 3 at UCF.
He's been a head coach probably 6, 7, maybe.
Right, so he's had more chances to improve road victories.
Chasing 7-7 you're in the SEC now. You got to do crazy crap. Well, we'll see tomorrow night how Oklahoma's fan base is. 3 UCF going into 4 at Tennessee, so 6 or 7, yeah.
If OU does turn Nico over, they have to make him pay. They've got to score on those possessions.
Hey, Paulie, appreciate it. Thank you. It's still engagement. We like engagement, so that's fine. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Appreciate it.
Wow. Hey, thanks, man. Hey, Paulie, thanks for watching. Yeah, appreciate you.
Yeah.
What time is it, Jay? Man, it must be.
Must
be close to 11 because nothing good happens after 11, Jay.
That's true. 58-20 as a head coach. Sorry, volunteer fans. OU doesn't do a lot of talking. We're winners.
My score is 23-20.
I think OU does plenty of talking.
Oh, OU does a lot of talking.
My
score
you know
is
what?
23.
Here's what I'll say. You guys stink. Awesome. I real quick. I smell pretty good, actually.
Hey, Jay, I might stink. You know why? Paulie, I left my house at 5:50 this morning. I walked in at 9:20 and got on live. I probably do stink. Hey, Jay, my score prediction is 23-20. I think OU scores 2 touchdowns tomorrow. That's it. 2 TDs, 3 field goals. What I think's happening. 2 TDs, 1 in each half, 3 field goals.
Oh, look at this comment. He's coming for the fans. They would have to stand up to throw stuff. Not happening.
Wow, look at the bomb. Hey, true Surgeaholics need to eat those up right now. Eat those up, Surgeaholics. And listen, right now.
Look at the bomb.
Jay, if you claim one of those, email us at ousportsroundup@gmail.com. ousportsroundup@gmail.com.
Hey, let me just say something. Let me say something too.
Bomb is dropping a bomb there.
The bomb dropped the bomb, and we are so appreciative of the bomb.
And Trap House got one.
Hey, his support his support it means a lot for us, because stuff that you wouldn't even know. He's very supportive of the channel, and it means a lot to Bomb. Thank you so much, bud.
Hey, Trap House, email us at ousportsroundup@gmail.com.
Get in that Discord, baby. Let's go, Trap.
Hey, it is barefoot, 20 miles uphill, and add stuff to it, because I'll do it all. Whatever.
Oh, you are that guy. You are that guy.
Denzel Washington, and remember the Titans, Jay.
You are that guy. Do you think they boo Josh Heupel? No, they're not booing him.
Hey,
there's no reason to boo him. They're not going to boo him.
OU, Micah, OU Sports Roundup, ousportsroundup@gmail.com.
I'm sure Trap will be all good on that. Yeah, appreciate the Bomb. His replacement is a veteran. I think she's talking about Lance Hurd. He is a veteran. You don't have the talent that you do with Lance Hurd, but he is a veteran.
Now, this is one thing that Arnold does. Arnold does put the ball. Arnold will try to fit it in tight spots. I know Nico will drop down sidearm. He'll throw off one leg. He can kind of make all the throws. But saying that he doesn't really force the ball. And that's good for Tennessee.
Yeah. Hey, I you know what? One thing that I'm super excited to watch tomorrow night as a football fan, I'm excited to watch Nico. I am. I mean, I hope that OU gives him problems. I hope they kind of confuse him. But I'll be the first to tell you, I mean, you could go back to when OU in the Big 12, there were some years where the quarterbacks were unbelievable. I mean, there were years the quarterbacks were stupid good. And it was fun to watch some of those games. Stud quarterbacks going. Look at Baker Mayfield and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, come on. So I like it when two quarterbacks are really good. I hope that Jackson Arnold and Nico both have good games, but I hope OU wins the game. Actually, I don't want Nico to have a good game. I want him to throw 2 interceptions, but I hope Jackson Arnold has a great game.
According to Blue Chip Ratio, Oklahoma has the 7th most talent in the country.
Eric's brought this up many a times. I'm sure Eric's going to say something about this. That's why Eric thinks OU should beat Tennessee, but he thinks Tennessee's going to wall up OU because he just doesn't think OU's there yet.
Great guys. I am super stoked to see Nico on the big stage. I've said it all week. Either he's going to rise and be in the Heisman contending and possibly leader for the Heisman, or he's not. Mm-hmm. We'll find out tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll find out.
No one's going to care about the first 3 games on either quarterback side if the team wins tomorrow.
Hey, Brent Venables looked pretty focused. They run those steps. I think he's got some stuff up his sleeve for Nico, I think. So,
Michael Hawkins could get used.
I don't think so. I know
no
there's
one's
people
talking about it.
I know there's people saying it, but I don't think so.
No one's talking about it.
Hey, I'm going to say my biggest keys to this game tomorrow night. One is the turnover battle. I think whoever wins the turnover battle, good chance they're going to win the game. The other one is this. I've said it for a week now. When you get I think a really good defense like I think OU is, and you get a really good offense, and the way, especially Heupel's offense, go watch any game he coaches, whether they're playing Alabama or Georgia. Do you know why Georgia beats them and why Georgia's handled them? If you go back and watch their games, they've had opportunities to score on Georgia quite a bit. You got to make the mano-a-mano play. When you get a receiver with the DB, you got to make the play. You got to hit the deep ball if you got a guy open if you're Jackson Arnold. You got to make the tackle if you're an OU defensive player and they throw a slip screen. It's all that. It's mano-a-mano. Whoever makes the big plays. This is when you say it's not just about X and O's, it's about the Jimmies and Joes. Tomorrow night, I think it's going to be about the Jimmies and Joes, and you got to make plays.
That's why I think Tatum steps up too. Hey, I believe Tobin, I believe that ticket price doesn't go into effect until next year. Has nothing to do with this year's.
At Tennessee, I think it's next year as well.
It's next year, Tobin. It's not this year.
Hey, and Dr. Ball, I think
Tennessee fans, correct me if I'm wrong.
Hey, this is a great point by Dr. Ball, and this is why I think OU's going to play well. I think OU can not put 7 or 8 in the box, and they can stop the run. That's what I'm banking my decision on, of picking OU. I think they don't have to bring everybody up there. I think their D-line is better than people think from the outside. I think nationally, defensive line at Oklahoma has been – people have thought they're not big enough. They're not better to play in the SEC up front. They're not good. Hey, I think they are. 2 things.
Crystal, if Arnold goes down, it's 100% going to be Michael Hawkins. And that's different from me. At the beginning of the year, I said maybe Casey Thompson. You can't. You got to have a guy who can scramble. You got to have a guy who can move a little bit. Bobby, 1,000% yes.
Hey, real quick, Paulie.
Same with me.
If you walked away, Paulie, why'd you come back? You miss
He
us?
can't get enough of it, Jay.
You miss us, Paulie?
Come on, Paulie. We'll be here all night. Come on.
Hey, Lone says Nico gets hit so hard. No. He wants Nico. Crystal needs in the Discord.
Said, how can we hear you when you're typing something? Huh? Said, I can't hear you.
Hey, OU fans need to make it difficult for Nico to hear. That's what needs to happen.
Yep, that is correct. Yep, we can hear you, Seth, loud and clear.
I think I think Sooner Freak's right. Paulie must like the nostrils.
Hey, we can hear you, and Paulie can smell us. So apparently, our senses are really good.
That's
anyway,
right.
let's talk some more, Jay. I gave a guy. Did you give one, Jay, of who could maybe a name that would step up that no one's talked about? I gave a couple.
Okay, let me give you a guy defensively. Defensively, I'm going to give you a guy that nobody's talking about that might show out tomorrow. You ready for it? It's a guy you wanted to talk about. No, PJ.
I hope so, Jay.
I think PJ Adebawore may have his best game as an OU player tomorrow night. I don't know why. I just got a feeling.
Zethi Wu says if Tennessee goes to a soft count, they're going to lose.
Hey, Purple Orca. When was the last time game day was in Norman? 2020 for Bedlam, but that was the COVID year, so fans weren't around. You would have to go back to 2012 Notre Dame, I believe, right?
That's what I was going to say was Notre Dame. Someone says
this is true. I agree with this. You only get to watch him 2 quarters so far this year.
Someone said Dominic Williams could be a guy that steps up.
That's a great Cade.
Where Farouk's brother plays, is it his brother or cousin at Tennessee DB?
Cousin. Hey, Eric, Ohio State. Are you talking about Oklahoma State? Or
No, Oklahoma State.
Game day wasn't at Ohio State.
No, he said Oklahoma State, Jay.
Okay, Oklahoma State.
Ohio State is the Ohio State. Oh, maybe he meant Ohio State.
Yeah, game day was not at Ohio State, I don't believe. Were they?
I didn't think so.
Maybe
the road game. The road game,
yes, but in Norman.
Hey, I'm about to ban political talk. You're not going to do it on here.
Yeah, we're not talking no political talk. We're not putting comments up if you're political, okay? Just don't do it. This is a football channel, okay? Not a political channel. If you want political, turn on Fox News or CNN. David Stone going to get more reps. Could use him to eat blocks. I don't know in a game like this that you would. Now, you could do that trap house. I love that trap house. Bowman Stutzman 2024. Okay, I like that. Yeah, Herd's out.
Hey, I'm banning.
Yeah, we're not, Seth. We've already said no politics. Do not put it in here. We're going to ban you if you put politics in here.
See ya!
Well, you may have to ban another one right now.
I banned him.
No, there might be another one to ban. Might need to ban him. Profanity not allowed, and personal.
Hey, I'm just not even going to acknowledge him anymore. Des Malone has been playing good football this year. Des Malone is physical. He's done some good things. I still think OU needs to play 4 dudes at DB and rotate him in all night, Jay. You can't stick with 2 guys.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't know if I can sleep tonight, Tobin says. I'm pretty pumped. I'm pretty amped up. I got me a water bottle. I may need a Red Bull. I'm pretty amped.
Hey, Paulie, you got one more chance. Give me another one like that, and you're going sayonara.
Hey, you know what we should do? Every time you ban somebody, you pull out the trumpet and play taps.
No, I'm not. Jay, that's awful take. Hey, Billy
Bowman. Sorry, that was a bad take.
Billy Bowman, that's a horrible take, Jay. I should ban you right now.
Hey, that was a bad take.
Billy Bowman has been in great position, and he has got some interceptions off deflections. He has not made the play when he's been in the position. That's the difference. To me, that's my thing. He had 2 chances last week to make plays. He was in great position, didn't make the play.
Yeah, I shouldn't have said it, Chief. Shouldn't have said it. It wasn't even the song. What's the song where you play where they leave? What is that? It's not Taps. What's the other one?
Hit the Road Jack.
No, there's a slow song.
Oh, hey, goodbye, Sean. That one.
We just got donkified, baby.
I may have to play a little Boomer Sooner for the people.
Do we get to Nico for sacks? And if so, how many times? I think they get a few sacks tomorrow night. But here's the thing. I think he's really good at getting rid of the ball. I think Heupel's really good at telling him where to go. I think the way we talk about Brent Venables on defense and how he knows the defense so well and how smart he is, how detailed he is, Josh Heupel is the exact same dude on offense. Josh Heupel has told Nico everything he thinks that Brent Venables is going to throw at him. So, I saw an interview with Josh Heupel. He said, somebody asked him that question, how do you prepare him that? And he goes, we've been preparing him for 2 years for that. Like that, when he come on campus, that's what we started preparing for. So,
yeah, and guess what? I agree with Teague. I think Thomas needs to get to. Brody says, y'all squeaked by Houston, and who cares?
Well, he's right about that.
Tennessee's 3-0
right
over. But who cares? Tomorrow's going to be the one that people care about. No one cares about the first 3 games. No one cares about it.
I understand you can't compare scores, but I think what they're saying is OU hasn't looked good yet on offense.
Absolutely haven't, Jay. Who cares? Got to look good tomorrow.
Hey, appreciate you joining. I hope it's a good game. Get some sleep. Enjoy the game tomorrow.
I don't have to work tomorrow.
Taps is
hard to work.
Trap House says Taps is for lights out. I actually like it, so that's not a bad idea.
Let's see. Yeah, Nebraska to Nebraska. Hey, by the way, if you're on here right now, tomorrow at around 4:30, 2 hours before kick, we'll be doing a pregame live, just like we're doing here, but it'll be pregame live. And then right after the game, bring it because we'll be on right after the game. And we're going to be on a lot tomorrow.
It's going to be electric after the game.
You're going to see a lot of nostrils tomorrow.
True. Flaring nostrils, maybe. Flaring.
Will probably be stinking. Finish your blocks. And, Jay, there's a big TikTok trend. It's from I'm not big into TikTok, but I've seen it. It's not, give me the money. Woo! It's not that one. Okay? And it's not.
What's the new TikTok?
Ooh, it's cold in here. It's not that one either. Must be some alphas. It's this one. It's this one right here. You ready for it, Jay?
No.
Bert. Hey, Bert. Run the dang ball. It's from Blindside. Have you seen that, Jay?
I have not seen. I'm not on TikTok.
It's a TikTok trend.
I'm not on TikTok. Hey,
I think OU needs to run the ball.
Brody, many people have asked us to do this. We will never do it because I don't think it's entertaining watching me watch a game. That's not entertaining at all. I'm going to watch the game with my family anyway. But you know what? It's not entertaining. I could care less. You can't even show the game. You're just watching somebody's reactions to every play. Nobody wants to see me.
They are absolutely ridiculous.
Nobody wants to see me. No.
Blindside's a great movie. Hey, I hope I'm on it more than Helms in the future. And I'm never posting anything. I just scroll because we've got to put our.
That's pretty funny, though. That's pretty funny.
That is good.
Can you do a TikTok dance right now?
Never.
Maybe if somebody donated a super, would you?
Now I can tell you you can put out elite stuff. Trap House.
Oh, Trap House stuff's elite.
Trap House booming. You got elite edit video stuff. Someone said they care more about hurries than sacks, and I can agree with that. You've got to hurry Nico all night.
Hey,
people are wanting to trumpet.
I got a challenge here. Brody says just leave the comment section up on the line. I got a challenge to everybody on here. OU fans, I know you'll be here tomorrow night no matter what happens. Tennessee fans, win or lose, show up to the live tomorrow night. Let's talk about it. Win or lose. I think win or lose, get on here. Let's talk about it after the game. It'll be fun. Trap House. That's funny.
Exactly, Trap. Yeah, exactly. That's another thing.
Yeah, and this is another thing, Crystal. There's so many streaming services. You never know. In fact, in our Discord, sometimes I put my phone down because somebody saw the play 2 minutes before me because my TV's behind.
Eric says, get in the Discord. And by the way, if you are one of the 5 Surgeaholics now, Sooner Surge Unlimited members, thanks to Bomb, email us at ousportsroundup@gmail.com. Whenever we get off here, if it's midnight, 1, 2, 3,
it might be when my phone dies.
Whatever it is, We'll send you an email. You can get on the Discord for tomorrow. Am I playing this thing tonight, guys?
What are you playing?
Got to play some Boomer Sooner. Maybe a little Rocky Top. Get the atmosphere.
Yeah, that AO Radio, if they got 4 sacks, 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions, that'd be elite on defense. I don't see that's going to happen. That's a lot. Who's going to be at the game? Michael Hammond will be at the game. Boomer, he'll be
Daniel Brooks. Daniel Brooks is going to be on the sideline with Stryker. You heard him talk about their podcast. That'll be interesting. We need to see if Daniel and Stryker can come on together. I'd love to talk to Strike too.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Thunder OU Sooner. If OU has trouble, yeah, we get angry when they're winning.
Hey, fun fact, Jeremy, I don't even know if I should share this or not.
Drop me some. Hey, I'll play some Rocky Top, but
I don't even know if I should share this or not.
Drop some supers for Rocky Top. Otherwise, it's Boomer all night. What? Don't know if you could share what.
Somebody said, see how angry y'all get in the plays. Here's what I'll say, Jeremy. We used to do watch parties all the time. Remember?
Yeah.
We were younger, college age. I hate to say it, but I think a lot of the families stopped coming to the watch parties because
100%, Jay.
Because we were so angry and we were so impassionate and mad. I think we ran half the family out of the watch parties. And
half of the family.
I mean, aunts, uncles, we were running them off. I think so. We had to stop doing it.
Couple of things. Game on ABC is Kirk and Chris covering the game, or is it the SEC guys? It's Kirk and Chris.
Yes, Kirk and Chris are covering, and Holly Rowe.
Holly Rowe will be on the sideline.
Hey, I got a question for the Tennessee fans in here. Tennessee's greatest coach of all time is former OU quarterback, or is an OU. How many of the Tennessee fans, when Josh Heupel was hired, were like, yes? Not very many. Would you agree?
Well, Jay, he didn't kill it at UCF, but he was really good offensively at UCF.
But Danny White brought him over. I think there were a lot of fans that were like, they were a little hesitant, but now they're like, they got a really good one. He's a stud coach. I think he's a really good coach.
Yeah. People are saying Rocky. There was a super on here, Vol Girl, or someone gave a super for this Vol Girl. Thanks, Vol Girl, for Rocky Top.
Play
Rocky someone
Top.
Else said you can't play Rocky Top.
Appreciate it, Vol Girl. Trumpets out. Germ playing.
Hey, by the way, I've got to say something. Last night in the Discord,
say something.
My wife after the live was in the living room. I walked out of my office room here, and immediately she was right there waiting. The dog was awake. She was awake. One of the sons was awake. So a man's got to do what a man's got to do. The viewers were calling for the trumpets. It is going to be fun.
Did you get some oil for the valves?
Yes, I did. Hey, let me ask you a question. Is there a game in recent years, Surgeaholics or Tennessee fans, where that would remind you of kind of the atmosphere and expectations going into it? Because a lot of times in OU's past, people are just like, OU's just going to kill. They're just going to dominate. This one, there's been a lot more hesitancy.
Well, I mean, OU hasn't been an underdog at home. I mean, this is the biggest underdog they've been since, 98? 7-point dog? I think for OU that game, and here's the reason.
And they lost it.
But here's the reason. OU and Notre Dame, the historic programs, I think of Tennessee as like a big-time program. So to me, the OU-Tennessee matchup is elite. Do you remember – I know you remember this. When OU decided to play the home-and-home with Tennessee, how excited OU fans were for that.
Oh, yeah.
So – I mean, it's been a long time coming. And for OU's first SEC game to be Tennessee, I mean, I'm so glad it's Tennessee and not South Carolina to open up the SEC play. Give me Tennessee all day long. It's a big time college football game and atmosphere. Yeah, get that over 100 likes.
Yeah, I appreciate over 100 that. Likes.
Come on now.
Man,
Paulie's wanting you to play it, Jeremy. Paulie's wanting you to play that trumpet.
2022 Tennessee at LSU game is almost a mirror.
That's true. That's
6
true.
versus 16.
That's true.
Huge alumni.
Hey, let's take that one dislike that Paulie put in and make it 200 likes. How about that? Hey, if I see any personal attacks, it's going to be a ban. So I'm ready for it.
I think OU Texas 2008 crowd. Hey,
Wow, look at Crystal dropping the super. Crystal, you're amazing. You're awesome.
Crystal's awesome.
Hey,
And
hey, real quick, I got to say something. She says, I pledge $100 if OU wins tomorrow. Jay, are you liking the beard? Consider keeping. Crystal.
is the wife going to let you keep it?
Crystal, I love the beard. I may keep it for a while. I did not know I would like it this much. I have never really done it. I
Told
like
you.
it. Most
And
of my
we look
family,
more alike.
most of my family likes it, I think. So it's a good change.
Of course. Jay, of course they like it. You look like Uncle Jeremy.
Here's what I will say at dinner tonight. I asked the question, do you guys like it? My son was like, keep it. My daughters were like, I don't know. My wife was like, my daughter was like, you look just like Jeremy. You need to shave it. Just look just like Jeremy. So I don't think I look like it.
There's a little
There you
taste.
go.
I'll do it a little more in a couple hours.
There you go, trumpet baby. There you go. That was a lot better than last night, I must say. Got the oil worked. The oil worked, Jeremy. It always works.
Undefeated. Hey, the fact that you stayed on to watch that, Paulie, tells us where your true colors are. You love it. You love it. Otherwise, leave.
For somebody that doesn't like us, he's still on here. It's weird.
Oh, yeah. Appreciate the claps, guys. And Crystal, thanks for the super. Confidence is oozing from Surgeaholics and Sooner Nation because of the trumpet tonight.
What are you playing Rocky Top tonight?
I mean, I can. If I play it, I got to nix it out with another Boomer Sooner, though.
Mark, thanks for joining. Good to see you, bro. Says by next year, German will sound tolerable. Ha ha. That's true. Maybe.
I can play any song if I have music.
Undefeated.
I will. Hey, not only will I keep it out of my mouth.
Don't even bring it up, Jeremy.
Bye. I just banned him. Hey, I'm keeping your name out of my mouth and off of our live stream. There you go, Surgeaholics. He's done. See ya. Sayonara. I won't even play it.
Do you know the song?
Bye, Paulie. See you next time.
Do you know the song they play after the extra point?
I don't know it. I mean, I have to see it, dude.
Hey, I will. Hey, Robert, I definitely will shave it if it's not for me.
Clark probably just gave me a super for banning Paulie. So appreciate you, Clark. Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, Clark. Boot it. Jeremy, you know what? The closer
this gets to midnight, the less patience I'm gonna have, Jay.
Hey, let me get this out. I gotta say something. I get this super weird feeling right now that you're somebody that would never ban anything from a channel. And now that you've done it a few times, I
may ban him a lot.
I feel like you like it. You like that little ban button, don't you?
Jay,
you know what we need? You know what we need? You have the ban button. I need a mute button for you.
Hey.
That would be great.
Like the movie Click. Hey, Chief, there are still tons of great Vol fans on here. Probably watching right now. It's just a few bad apples.
Hey, Dundee says, how hyped would you guys be if another 2008 jump around game? Oh, my gosh. If OU were to win this game in a blowout, oh, my goodness. Yeah, I don't think that's happening in a blowout.
Hey, let's get to this.
I'll be super hyped if OU wins tomorrow. Okay.
Hey, how many players that were in the national championship are involved in this game?
Micah, keep it clean, bro. Keep it clean.
Jay,
yeah.
How many? How many, Jay?
How many players that were involved in the national championship are involved in this actual game? There's a bunch. I mean, we could go through.
Let's go through them.
I mean, on OU, you got Brent Venables. You got Latrell, right? Was Latrell on that team?
Believe so, wasn't he?
Yeah. I mean,
he was in the national championship team.
On the field, or are you talking guys like Teddy Lehman, who's still involved with the program?
Teddy Lehman is involved with OU.
I mean, you got Rocky Kalmus, the son, is on the team. I mean, you could go down a list. I mean, Josh Heupel, Paulie's back.
Cool. I'll get to ban you again.
Hey, don't even. Just, you know what? Just ignore it.
Hey, what's funny is for someone who hates this so bad, he keeps coming back.
He must like it, Jeremy.
Yeah.
That's fine.
And don't think I can't ban you again. I'm becoming a professional.
Don't even make him happy by doing that.
Jay, who else? Who else was in that game?
Let's see.
Who are we missing?
What?
Who are we missing? Surgeaholics. We missing anyone that was involved in that game? That championship game? Jerry Schmidt. How's Quentin Griffin still involved?
None that I know of.
Yeah.
Make sure we're keeping it clean on here.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, Teddy Lehman's a radio announcer. One more sleep until the big game. That's right. Or maybe it's an all-nighter. Maybe it's an all-nighter type night.
I can't believe there's still 269 people on this.
What time is it, Jay?
I have no clue.
At some point,
around 11 probably, and probably about 11 o'clock. Is it past 11?
It's got to be past 11.
I'm gonna have to check my phone battery here and see where I'm at. But
was Michael's dad playing that year, Jay?
I don't think so, Michael.
I don't think so. Yeah.
11:16 for me. So the Tennessee people on here, it's actually midnight. 12:16.
It's midnight. Right? Yep. Vol Girl right there, and Vol Girl's still on here. Or it's 10:16 where Mark is at. Sheila's 12:16 in Tennessee.
Hey, I got a trivia question. You ready for it?
Bring it. Bring it.
Here you go, Teddy Lehman, legend. I saw a picture today with him with Josh Heupel. He was not wearing number 11. What was his other number?
Who, Teddy Lehman's?
Teddy Lehman was not wearing 11 in this picture. He had his arm around Josh Heupel. What?
I think I know this. I think it's only 9:17 where Eric is at too, right? West Coast. 20? No.
Not 44. So wait, we're going to have to get a geography lesson here in a minute. I haven't seen it, but somebody help me out here. Does Tennessee, is it split? Some part of Tennessee's in Central and comes Eastern? Help me out there. I still have not seen the answer.
58.
I have not
Tennessee
seen it.
is Central, but not all Central. Not all Central.
Correct. That's right.
Only some of Tennessee is Central.
Okay, there we go. That's cool. I wonder where the line is. That's pretty cool.
I like Josh's comment.
There it is. Winter caretaker. Appreciate you joining tonight. Correct answer, 54. There you go.
That
Way
is
to go.
correct.
Winner.
Hey.
Awesome. Way to go, Winner.
What Miami Dolphin linebacker greats wore that number? There's another trivia question right now. What former Miami Dolphin great linebacker wore that number?
Wow, Roger. Appreciate it, Roger. Thanks so much, man. Means a lot for your support.
Thanks, Roger.
Means a lot, Roger, the support. We really do appreciate it.
54 was this guy's NFL number, played for Miami. Can you give me the number? Can you give me the name? There it is. Zach Thomas. It was Zach Thomas, undersized. Hey,
Sooner Freaks said 54 was his NFL. I'm just saying, I also saw a picture of him in an OU jersey wearing number 54.
Maybe it was a practice jersey. That was his number at Fort Gibson, too. Ferris 82, West Coaster. Thanks for the super. I got to get to this comment. I think it was
Appreciate it, Ferris. Thank you.
Jay, I got to find this comment. I think it was Josh. It was a great question.
Oh, about the national media?
Oh, feels like it's OU Bama Sugar Bowl. It does. Jay, there's something else. Man, I just lost my train of thought. I was going to ask a good question. I'll get it in a second, Jay.
All right. You take your time. Figure it out. I heard they were going to honor the national championship team. I haven't heard that.
Is Josh going to come out of the locker room at half?
No, they won't do it. I don't think they'll do that. Co-captain. Yes, that's right. So I mentioned Seth the Trail, but I wasn't positive if he left in 99 or 2000. There you go. Kimberly K.
Thank you. Thanks, Kim K.
Okay, way to go. That's right. Appreciate it. Yeah, we're trying to keep up. Hunter had a bell. Hunter's got to get up early for the festivities at OU tomorrow, so we're running this chat by ourselves right now.
I've got to get up
bunch
at 5:30. I got to get up at 5:30 and drive to Joplin for a cross country.
Hey, oh, do you really? Hey, Dud
yeah.
Dundy, have you guys listened to any Vols podcast already? They aren't confident. They are cocky. Can't wait for them to be on. Actually, Dud Dundies, I've listened to a lot this week, and I've actually thoroughly enjoyed all the Vols podcasts I've listened to. There's a lot of good ones out there. And you know what? If you went and watched a bunch of OU ones, you would see a bunch of OU people that are cocky too. So I think you get that with every fan base, but and every podcast for every team. I enjoyed most of the ones I listened to be honest.
Winter Caretaker, thanks for joining us. Welcome, as Chief
Anybody
said.
tailgating tomorrow, Paulie?
Paulie, are you going to the game? Are you going to the game, Paulie? There'll be a lot of people tailgating. Hopefully it's elite. Let me get Jay. As a Tennessee fan, I hope it's a good game. I also pray that all the players. Yeah, look, anyone who's wanting guys to become hurt is ridiculous. You want to beat teams that have their best players. That's how it is.
Hey, Paulie. Hey, good luck on the job hunt. Seriously. Hope you find something.
Yeah. Best of luck.
Best of luck. Hope you find something. Really do, man.
And tickets are not cheap. That's one thing I know.
Man.
Outrageous.
Yeah.
Cade's hearing that Norman's a madhouse, Jay.
You know what? I wouldn't expect it not to be. It should be.
Chester, did you go back? Did you go to work and come back? Or are you off tonight? Or have we been on that long?
Maybe he's off now. Hey, Stephen G, great. This is a great comment because when I looked at the thing from Twitter today, it looked better. Did you see that post they put OU football?
They either spray painted the field green or they had a lot of work done.
They may have sprayed it. And you know what? He says he just turned that dislike to like. It's hard for me to tell on here when people are.
Hey, listen, you learn from your mistakes.
But you know what? I'm not going to beat anybody when they're. If they're having issues trying to find a job, yeah, best of luck, man. No
Look
worries.
at Chester, requested off. Duh, Oklahoma football priorities.
Hey, are you talking to me, Crystal? Here's a fact of the matter. I've never drank alcohol in my life. Okay, and I'm not saying that to say
Red Bull.
Now, a funny story is I used to be addicted to Mountain Dew. I would drink 24 cans of Mountain Dew during an OU game. You remember this, Jeremy? I had the cooler full, bro. Full of Mountain Dew 24 pack every game. And that's why I don't drink alcohol right there, because I don't want to even mess with it. I never will. That's just me.
And listen, there's a reason I don't, because if I'm this passionate and amped up without that, I don't even want to know what I'd be like with it. So, now diabetes is running in our family. But by the way, prayers for our dad. He's got a biopsy in a week and a half. He does have advanced cancer among all the other health issues he has. I talked to him tonight, went and visited him before I came home to be on here, and he doesn't have a great memory right now, but he does know that that's coming, the biopsy, and he's a little worried about that. So he's 84. Appreciate the prayers for him. But I did say before I left, you are going to be watching OU Tennessee, right, Dad? And he goes, oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
He'll be, for sure. He'll be watching. He'll be tuned in. Thanks for all the prayers, guys. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah. Jake, there was a comment about the game. I got to go back to it. Jay, that table needs to have a table slap.
Tomorrow it might.
Yeah, I cannot find it.
What was it about? Do you remember what it was about?
It was about the game, Jay.
Well, obviously.
I think it was Josh or someone will say it again. Someone will say it.
Thanks, Crystal. Thanks, everybody. We really do appreciate it. Some stuff goes beyond football. That's right. And you know what? This is why I love you guys on here. We do this every night. It's literally because it's fun and because of people like y'all. I really do mean that. This chat would be nothing without you guys over there in the comments. You guys keep it going. We're just here to talk. So
Gary, I'm watching my freshman son in the morning in Joplin, Missouri. I'm driving 2 hours to watch him race at the Southern Stampede cross country. He's a freshman, been battling, nursing a hamstring injury. So excited to watch him in the morning. I'll drive back and I'll get home in time for a couple games before the OU game.
Based on everybody's comments in here, has he been training with Schmitty?
Yeah, I know. It's Schmitty's fault that he's hurt.
You need OU highlights playing on that screen in the background. Yeah, but I'm fortunate YouTube. I don't think you can do that. But hey, and you know what? Keep receipts. I mean, I'm sure there'll be people from both sides keeping receipts, but I don't really keep receipts. That's just not me. But
hey, Cam Rising's not playing, Jay. Are you sure?
Okay, here's the deal. I
think he's playing.
Okay, I was pretty sure he wasn't playing. In fact, Vegas switched the line from a 2-point favorite to Utah to a 3-point to OSU. But then I heard tonight on the halftime in Nebraska that they thought he's playing. So who knows?
Hey, answering our dad, no, he doesn't anymore. He used to would just be just negative every play, just say negative things every play. So,
hey, Dalpo's asking me who's the upset of the week since you're the underdog guy. Here's what I'll say. You need to pick everything I do. You pick the opposite. I think Michigan's going to keep it close. I'm picking USC, but that's a game to watch. So do the opposite of what I picked, okay?
Jay,
do the opposite. I'm not very good at
Is USC beating Michigan an upset?
No. I'm saying I think Michigan's going to
keep it. Danny Cannell, it's hilarious how bad Florida.
Hey,
I'm loving every minute of it.
Chester's got a request for Hunter AI. I know it's a lot to ask for, but can he make season highlight videos since we don't? Okay. Actually, we have somebody that can do that. I don't know.
And Hunter can do it, but Hunter's really busy.
Yeah. Jackson, I don't know if you saw his hype video for the SEC, put it out on our Twitter page. He's into media, and he's, I believe, at OU going to be majoring in maybe the creative media side. So that might be something he could do.
She did have a diagnosis. I think, I don't want to quote that she's in remission, but I know she's had treatment for that. Baylor over Colorado. Yes, I agree. I think Baylor. I think Baylor beats Colorado.
I think Baylor. Where's that game at? Do you know?
I want to say it's at Baylor, Jay.
Where's Missouri Vanderbilt at?
Well, that's got to be
in Missouri. I think
it's got to be at Vanderbilt. Missouri's played 2 straight home games.
Bam are off. Florida and Mississippi State. Are you kidding me? Who's going to watch that game? Nobody. Okay. And I don't know if anybody saw what Lane Kiffin put out there on Twitter. He likes to troll his fan base. I'm like, dude, you don't need to troll your fan base like that. Because I just think it's just Florida and Mississippi State's got to be one of the worst games of the year. That game's awful. You know what? I think Mississippi State might beat them. I think Mississippi State beats Florida. I'll say that. I don't even know if that's an upset. I don't know who's favored in that game. Give me Mississippi State, baby. Man, Roger's unbelievable. Dropped another super. Roger, appreciate it so much. I'm trying to put it up there. Thanks so much. Golly, appreciate you. Big time. Let's go Vandy. Want to see the return on SEC shorts. Oh, my gosh. SEC shorts are the best. Love SEC shorts. Bathroom break for Jeremy. I don't know if that's what it is. It's kind of like that. I don't know if y'all used to watch those. They did them in colleges a lot where you have to put your hand on the car. Whoever stays there and holds their hand on it the longest wins. That's kind of like this right now. We're going to go a long time. We'll go till there's a lot of people leave. But did you take a bathroom break? Is that
Jay? I had a Red Bull, man. I had to go, man. Yes,
that's what I thought. You know that like colleges, you put your hand on the vehicle, and the last one to have their hand on there gets the car. It's kind of what I feel right now. Like I'm just gonna keep going. My voice will be gone before tomorrow.
Your battery will be dead, Jay.
I need to check my Hey, let me check my battery real quick. You
USC or OSU to win the Big 12? Well, USC's not in the Big 12. UCF or OSU, Robert? I'm very high on UCF. I think KJ Jefferson. I think UCF. I think it's UCF or Utah. That's who I got in the Big 12.
Hey, Sheila, thanks so much. You have a good night as well. Enjoy the game. Everyone's safe. She says, go Big Orange. I'll say Boomer Sooner. And, hey, may the best team win tomorrow night. I kind of agree with what Trap House said earlier. It's a week-by-week league right now in college football. You can't compare games as much as you could. I think the parity's gotten better in college football. You can't compare the game. I just realized my camera was off. I'm sitting here talking to Black.
Missouri is at home again. Chief T-Bird giving you some lines here, Jay. Georgia Tech 9.5. Is that play? Yeah, plus 9 at Clemson, minus 75, and K-State minus 7.5. Load up and say nice things about Chief.
Okay, who are they? Who is Kansas State playing? Texas Tech? Are they playing Texas Tech?
I want to say it's the Red Raiders, Jay.
If it's at Texas Tech, give me Texas Tech. That'll be my upset
Hey,
special.
Chester. To me, the checkered look, or is it striped or checkered? Because
give me BYU right now, Chief. Right now, I'm taking BYU. That's my upset of the week, Dalpos, right there. That's my underdog.
There it is. There it is.
Hey, you know who's balling out? Jake says San Jose State. You know who's you know who the next Lincoln Riley is? Rob Azale, South Alabama OC.
They have been looking.
Hey, he's going to be an elite coach. He's going to be one of the big time programs is going to hire him as an offensive coordinator the next year and watch him just blow up. I think he's unbelievable mind.
I'm nuts. They're wearing the traditional road home crimsons. And listen, if OU against Tennessee, if OU were to throw out an alternate uniform against Tennessee in the first SEC home game, they should fire whoever decided that.
You know what's funny? On Facebook tonight, there was a bunch of rumors going around about OU wearing their Unity uniforms.
Jason?
I would be so mad.
Jason.
I'd be so mad.
If they wear Unity uniforms, you have to fire whoever makes that decision. No, I'm not playing around. You fire them.
Hey, Tennessee's wearing their like all white. I love that look. The whites look good on Tennessee. I'm not gonna lie.
If OU wears Unity, Mario, you fire.
They call them the stormtrooper uniforms. I think is what Tennessee.
There's no way they're wearing the.
Gary, I respect your opinion. I hate them. I hate them. I do not like the Unities.
You fire whoever decides. There's no way they're wearing the home
first SEC game, and you're going to wear not going to wear the traditional.
They're wearing the traditionals.
It's not happening.
It was a rumor. Josie is not going to allow it.
The Stormtroopers. I like that look. That's one of the cleanest looks in college football. I'm not going to lie.
Oh, it's a great uniform matchup tomorrow night.
That's right, Keen. If you want to do it in a non-major game against a team that's Popcorn University, go for it. But not against Tennessee. Come on.
Miller Moss with 400 yards and 4 TDs. Hey, someone heard a player mention the Unity. Well, yeah, hopefully they have unified in the Unity, but they're not wearing those unis. I hate them.
What if they came out in an all red, all crimson?
No, go with what you are.
I agree. I'm with it too. I'm with you, John.
Yes, Blake. Wear them against Maine. That's correct.
I'm with you. Maine University. That's it. That's right.
They wore throwbacks and almost lost to Houston.
Stephen G, this is hilarious. Stormtroopers are used to missing and having bad aim. Nico throws 3 picks to the uniform. Boom. Stephen G dropping it. Like it. Yeah, they don't wear those. I know. I liked them a while ago, but the recruits like them.
I agree, Chester. Fire
him. Germ's ready to fire people, huh?
Miller Moss. Jay, didn't you say Miller Moss would be better for Lincoln Riley than Caleb Williams?
Yeah, and I don't know if you've watched Caleb Williams in the NFL yet, but what I said maybe 4 years ago, I'm feeling pretty good about it. We'll see.
What was that, Jay?
I said he's going to be the most overhyped quarterback to ever come out of college. And he was so hyped up. He's not going to be great in the NFL. I don't think. That's just that's me. I think a lot of times, my opinion, he doesn't let the offense come to me. He tries to make a wild play when he can make an easy throw. That's just me. And you know what? It's probably midnight and people could come at me for it. That's fine. I make stupid comments all the time.
I won't come after you for it because the things he's trying to do, you can't do in the NFL. You can't try to extend plays that long. Like,
well, he did it in college until when they played good teams that got him beat.
hey,
Yeah, hey, I don't know who put it in here, but we do not. Let's not put bad words in here. No profanity. Keep it clean, Keaton. I know it's late at
when
night.
my camera goes off, I'm yawning. By the way,
Are we? Is it game day yet?
I don't think we made it to game day yet, Jay.
We got 25 more minutes till game day. Maybe we stay on till game day.
Oh, absolutely, Jay. Let's talk about, in my opinion, Kali, we've talked about this game tour. You got the guest.
Talk about.
You've got the guest picker, Blake Shelton tomorrow. Game day starts at 8, and then you got the entire afternoon.
Hey, I got a good question. It was put in the Discord. I'm actually going shopping tomorrow after game day with my family. We're going to go do some things. When OU plays a night game, I love to just go away, do something else, get my mind off football, come back early afternoon, 3 o'clock, get ready for the game. I don't like the waiting around. I was the same way when I played sports. I didn't like the waiting around. Now, if it's an early game, I love to watch the game, and then I'll watch football all day after it. But for a night game, I don't know if the Tennessee fans are the same way the OU fans. I like to kind of get away from football and then come back ready to go. Golf would be golf. Golf.
We did hear Steve Stutzman say he was playing golf. He probably played today. He was going
today, I believe.
Nuts said she sleeps. Or he, yeah.
She or he, I don't know who it is. There's no name there, so I don't know.
Blake Shelton or Reba?
Blake Shelton's better than Reba.
Blake Shelton.
Not even close.
Blake Shelton better than Reba.
Way more entertaining. He's a lot better. Oh my gosh. I am so glad there's no more 11 a.m. kickoffs. Jeez. Play some Fortnite, Chief. Are you a Fortnite person?
My sons are Fortnite people.
I've never played it. Well, I played it one time and I wasn't very good at it.
Hey, I tried to play Fortnite once and I couldn't even find out where my partners were.
Hey, don't get me wrong, Bar Girl. I absolutely love Reba.
I love the show. Reba.
Loved her music, loved her comedy show, love her on The Voice, but not for football and not for. I think Blake is better entertainer.
Chester, kudos to you. Jay and I worked overnight in college. It's difficult.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's difficult.
Yeah, K1 would be better guess. Here's the thing, though. You're not getting an NFL player during the season unless they have a bye week. So that's it's just not going to happen. And I think Pat McAfee has gone the way of he's picking I think he has more say in the pickers, and I think he's picking more entertainment than he is actual like football people. Because let's face facts, I think Blake even said it on Pat McAfee shows. I don't think he watches a whole lot of football. He's gonna have to have somebody help him out of who to pick, probably.
They said Kendall, not Kendall. They said Carrie Underwood gonna sing the anthem. Are we live? Yeah, we're still live.
We're still live.
2 hours and 7 minutes.
Wait a second.
Why did you change from Okie Lawn Guy to Kendall Eschbach?
Teague, is this true?
I have not heard that, Jay.
That would be elite.
Corso will be there. They will escort Corso out for him to make his pick. It'll be awful. Be like elderly abuse. It's awful.
I'm just happy UT's been good enough lately to get back into the coming to your city college game day opening. Yeah. They're there, man. Playoff for hey. I think here's what you could say after this game tomorrow night or tonight, whenever it is. If Tennessee wins, their path to the playoff is pretty good. If OU wins,
nothing on their path.
If OU wins, they still got a long road because their schedule. It's brutal.
Correct.
So, but either one would be a big win.
But they're doing him wrong, Craig. They're doing him wrong.
What do you think about Kirk Herbstreit's dog, Ben?
It's dumb, Jay.
Why is it dumb?
You know me. I'm not a big dog person.
But you don't like the fact that it's on the bus now and it goes wherever he goes?
I think Corso should drive the schooner with a shotgun in hand.
You think he could drive it?
I think it would be great TV. Wait, now we have Okie Lawn Guy. Early we had Kendall. Now it's alternate personality here.
What do you mean?
Earlier is Kendall Eschbach saying if we're
what
live.
has the
Now
dog done wrong? I agree. I like the dog aspect of it. I think it's kind of cool.
The dog's done nothing. You just asked me if I like it. What does everyone have tailgate tomorrow?
Says, got to go to bed now since waking up at 5 to leave for game day at 6. Boomer Sooner 27. You picked the same score I did, Micah. Maybe that's a sign.
Hey, Micah, check your email. Micah, check your email tonight after the live or tomorrow morning and get in the Discord. If you email us at ousportsroundup@gmail. Thanks for becoming a Sooner Surge Unlimited member.
Hey, this is now a few signs that have put Sooner Surge. Let's get that thing trending on the game day. That would be elite, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Derek Johns is great. Hey, by the way, unnecessary dog hate. No, I didn't say I hate him. I said I just don't like dogs.
Hey, Bumer,
we have a dog. I don't like it.
Bumer, real quick. Jeremy has a dog.
Guess how many times I've touched the dog? Never touched it. I've never petted it.
You're not a dog fan. That's fine.
I've never touched it, never petted it.
Hey, let's stop with the Lee Corso on set not making it. I mean, let's stop.
And
surprise. Let's talk football. Surprise breakout player tomorrow. We talked a little bit about it earlier. I think PJ Adebawore on the defensive side for Oklahoma. Watching.
I'll give you a name no one's talking about. Ethan Downs. No one's mentioning Ethan Downs.
That's true.
I mean, nobody. Jay, Ethan Downs had a really good game last year against Texas. Kenai Walker's a name that is mentioned there. Kendall Dolby by Blake.
What about on the Tennessee side? Is there somebody that you're not expecting? Or do you think it'll be status quo for them offensively?
Deshaun Bishop is a guy that I think is going to – Deshaun Bishop.
Ethan Davis. Here's a guy I would say would be one of their tight ends. I think Heupel could have some tight end stuff up his sleeve.
Boo Carter's not only electric with his legs, he was electric with his mouth this week.
That's true.
Now Bauer Sharp, Bobby says.
I think it's time. We'll see.
You think they run some Wildcat with him tomorrow, Jay?
No. Stop with the Wildcat.
Some power stuff.
Hey, the Astro from space and Texas fan. I'm from Texas. I need y'all to undefeated. That'd be nice. It'd be if that was the case. If OU's undefeated, it would be beating Tennessee, going on the road and beating Auburn, and then they have a bye week. If Texas is undefeated, they'll be 1. OU would be top 5 at that point, I think.
What's up, Astro from space? Got you a hat. Get on board. Get on the fan stop. Order this. The Deshaun McCullough stuff, I hate that he's still injured. Okie Lawn Guy says OU's going to bring Hawkins in and he's going to lead him to victory. Wait, what Eichert thinks? Oh, Eichert thinks they go 3-3-5. I do think Zach Alley's going to have stuff up his sleeve, and maybe Seth Luttrell will as well. I don't know. Maybe he does. I hope there's some wrinkles. Who blocked you for saying that?
Wait, somebody. What did you get blocked for, Okie Lawn Guy or Lone Wolf?
Saying Hawkins was going to replace Arnold.
Hey, we don't need to make another bet. I'm going to keep growing it anyway, probably. I like it. I cannot. Hey, I subbed only the second OU channel I've ever subbed.
Appreciate that.
Appreciate it. It means a lot. It's kind of nice that one of OU or Tennessee is probably undefeated going in their grudge match. Texas versus OU, Tennessee versus Bama. That's right. Who do you got next week, Georgia, Bama? I think I'm picking Bama, Jeremy.
It's at Bama, right?
It's at Bama. I'm right now on midnight at whatever day this is, a week away.
I love Kalen DeBoer.
I might be leaning Bama. I'm not sold on Georgia's offense. With that,
I like Kalen DeBoer.
Brock Bowers I think people underestimated how important he was to that offense.
Power T. How confident are you guys really with your offense?
I'm not.
I'm not, Howard T. I'm not confident. Again, I'm banking on this being a low-scoring game in the 20s. I'm banking on OU's offense getting a couple of guys back. That's going to help them. Nick Anderson at wideout, couple linemen back. Maybe they can establish something small in the running game and hit some plays over the top. Get some possession-type catches from Nick Anderson and Burks. Keep drives alive. Be able to flip the field, play a possession game, own the time of possession. That's what I'm banking on.
Hey, real quick, Astro from space. Gone are the days of a 14 playoff. As a Texas fan, you don't need anybody to be undefeated. Go win your games. It doesn't matter. You'll be the top seed. You don't need anybody. The strength of schedule thing, to me, like you need teams to be good. That only comes into play now when you're trying to jockey for like the 4th spot in the SEC for a playoff spot.
Hey, and the other thing, thanks, Okie Long Guy, for the compliment. I will say this. I don't think there's probably another live show that shows as many comments as we show.
We try to keep up.
We don't care if you put a super in it. We're going to show comments regardless because that's what we are, viewer and fans channel. Period. Case closed. That's it.
And you can say what you want. I mean, it's not, as long as you're clean. That's it. Don't be personal. Chief says Miro a one-trick pony. If you force him to pass, Bama won't score 20.
I agree. I
agree with the Miro stuff, but I just didn't see a lot from Georgia last week against Kentucky. And I agree with Tyler. I agree with Tyler big time. And I said at the beginning of the year, there is not one team going unscathed in the SEC this year. I'm not a betting person other than facial hair. I don't bet money or anything, but I don't think anybody's going undefeated in the SEC.
Hey, real quick, Power T, 10-2 is a lock. I think OU at 9-3 is in because their schedule's so difficult. If Tennessee were 9-3, their schedule depends on who they beat. 9-3, I think, probably gets you in. And Jay, I've got to get to.
Hey, real quick, I want to get to this. You guys remind me of Talking Balls. They try to show as many fan comments too. We actually were going to try to collab with them this week.
We reached out with them, but
we were both busy. Like they were busy. It couldn't, maybe later down the road.
We were wanting to hook up for that.
I love Talking Balls. They are very similar, I think, because they are a fan channel for the fans. So I like their stuff.
I like Eddie Radosevich. And we do show a lot of the trash and bad, but this isn't about us anyway. Jay, there's a comment. First OU play, run, pass, or reverse. I think it's going to be a pass.
I think it'll be a short pass, like a screen or something. They're going to do if Set the Trail is smart. I mean, I would be surprised if they go down the field. I think they're going to do stuff short to try to get Arnold some confidence going early.
Jay, slap the table. Chief is really wanting to slap table. Hey, get fired up in a minute, Jay. Hey, Chester. Here's why I think Nick Anderson is going to already be ready. I think he was ready 2 weeks ago. He was dancing on. I think he was ready 2 weeks ago. Hey, now, I will say hamstrings and quads, they're nagging. They're nagging.
They are.
My son's got a hammy injury. It's nagging.
Hey, It Ball says, is 10-2 a lock for the playoff in the SEC? You got Texas, Bama, Ole Miss. How many of those? Here's the thing. I think it depends on who's 10-2. Like if Missouri goes 10-2 with their schedule and they lose to OU, they may not get in depending on how many teams are jammed up. We talked about this all off season when we were doing lives every night. We didn't have a whole lot to talk about. We talked about this. Even at 9-3, OU probably gets in. But I think if you're 9-3 and maybe you lose to Ole Miss and Missouri, they end up ahead of you. It depends on how many teams are up there, first off. But I think 9-3 with OU schedule probably gets you in. 10-2 definitely gets you in with OU schedule. But for some teams, I think it matters your schedule. Missouri's schedule is weak, very weak for an SEC schedule. If they go 9-3, there's no chance they're in. No chance.
Reader, thanks for the super. You're super faithful
Thanks,
to be
Reader.
on here all night, every night when you join and dropping supers. Appreciate it. We are about 11 minutes from game day officially. Heupel embarrassed LSU at LSU. Yeah, but he's also lost a lot of games.
He can embarrass a lot of people.
We talked about this, Crystal. This is something we talked about. I need to go get me another drink or something. I got to get fired up or something.
Hey, that was the initial thought, was we would stay on until it goes under 100, Crystal. Here's my only issue. I can probably only stay on as long as my phone is going. And right now it's at 40%, 35%. I don't have a charger hooked up.
You got a couple hours then, Jay.
Oh, a couple hours. I turn on low battery.
Smash Mouth football will win the game for OU. Let's hope Seth feeds are running. You got to block though. Smash Mouth football cannot be played if there's not a good offensive line. Period.
I would be if this happens, power team right now. If they score 50, I will be on here tomorrow night saying, you know what?
Plug it in, dude. Jeez.
I will be like, I don't know Brent Venables' defense if they allow 50 points to Tennessee tomorrow.
Plug it in, dude.
There's some people comparing this Tennessee offense to LSU of 19. It's not that. It's a good offense. It's not. 19 had Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, and Joe Burrow. Now, Nico, he may be a great NFL quarterback, but he's still only a redshirt freshman. So I think most impactful freshman besides Jaden Jackson, Bishop, thanks for joining.
Hey, exactly, Bobby. We don't have the line for Smash Mouth football. Dude, I'm going 3 hats tonight.
Freshman? Impactful freshman besides Jaden. In this game,
Taylor Tatum. It's going to be Taylor Tatum.
It would have to be Tatum. Have to be. Unless you went with the receiver like Reagan's or Kearney.
Kearney. I'd go Kearney over Reagan's.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Does Heupel owe OU? There's got to be a little bad taste in his mouth. Does he owe them? No. He's getting the fact that he got let go, went and became a head coach at UCF eventually, and then is at look, it's the best thing that happened to him.
Yeah, a couple things I want to get to.
He's in a great place.
A couple things. Jacob's dead on with this. Nico's got a great supporting cast. Specifically, the O-line's playing a lot better than OU's O-line. Another thing is this. Dr. Ball's all over it. 201 it all as a sophomore. That's correct. And Dr. Ball, some of these Tennessee people on here, people that live in Atlanta, I see Craig still on here. I know it's like 1:30 there. Kudos to y'all.
Hey, talk OU defensive conditioning. If it's going to be hot and UT's offense is driving down the field and not letting OU sub, how's it? OU would have to pick their spots to sub, Chris. Fact. OU's deeper than they have been on defense. Fact. They're too deep is pretty consistent. You're not losing a lot when you drop off. When you get in 3 and 4, you'll lose some.
Hey,
that's any team.
Shakur, thanks for joining tonight. These Texas fans on here, I'm excited. I wonder what they think about Archie tomorrow. I think he's going to have another great game. Is it going to develop into a controversy, you think, with Archie and Quinn?
It doesn't sound like they're going to let it, Jay.
Real quick, I was going to get to something. Who is San Jose State playing tonight? Do you know?
I do not, Jay. I do not know.
I think somebody here's the thing. I know somebody said the real UT. SEC calls UT Tennessee UT and TEX Texas. And I think UT, somebody put in there the other day when they were established as UT, but I don't know all the ins and outs of that. Washington State. Okay. And Washington State just beat Washington, which is crazy.
Correct.
Washington's struggling. And their coach, I listened to his postgame, not a fan. Jed Fish, not a fan. Are you?
Jay, after what he did with Arizona, no, I'm not a fan.
But I heard him after this game. I did not like what he was saying at all.
Yep. Syracuse lost. Nebraska lost. A lot of undefeateds going down tonight.
Did you guys see the clip of Venables running the stadium stats? Yeah, I saw that. That means for me, I don't really.
Yeah, I'm like, whatever, dude.
What's the over/under on how many Tennessee fans will be there? Over 5,000.
What's the allotted amount, Jay?
I think 5,000 is allotted, but they're gonna.
They're gonna have 10,000.
I would guess 7,500.
I think they'll have 10,000. I think they bought up tickets that OU fans sold.
What's my motivation song? I'll tell you mine. I got a few. I'll say this. I hear this song played a lot at high school games. When I hear Lose Yourself from Eminem, I get pretty pumped. I'm not going to lie.
Mine's an Eminem song.
Lose Yourself's pretty good.
Mine's I'm Not Afraid.
And
Not Afraid.
I got other songs too, but I just, when I hear that song, it's hard for me not to get very pumped up.
My score, Troy, 23-20 Sooners. Sooners get 2 offensive touchdowns, 3 field goals.
I went 27-24. Who asked that question? Was it Crystal? Crystal, what is your motivation song?
Yeah, what would be your motivation
Drop
song?
it in the chat, everybody. Green Wave says 10,000 for sure. Lose Yourself is a classic, bro.
Chester thinks 12K. If they have 12K, that's embarrassing for Sooner fans.
They travel well, but that's a lot of tickets sold by Oklahoma if they got that.
Oh, you sold them.
I mean, the only way they're getting that many tickets is if OU sold them, right?
Yes, you go to a private seller, something online. You don't know who's buying them. I mean, you at that point, you just got to hope they're an OU fan.
Yep, see a lot of orange. I think that you will be too, but hey.
Resale. Yep.
Here's the thing.
Embarrassing.
I do think this. I do think that fans matter. I think the atmosphere matters 100%. We've talked about it so much. That's a good one too, Bobby. I know fans matter, but at the end of the day, it's between the white lines. Who's going to make the plays? I know that they make a difference, but you can make a difference all you want if a team throws 3 interceptions and going to do you no good. You got to execute. Thunderstruck, baby.
I like Thunderstruck. Jay,
answer this question, Drew Lester. Thanks for joining, Drew. Answer this question: how many fourth downs will you go for in the first half? 1. I'm going with 1.
Jay, what's the exact? What
I think
you'll go for a couple. What's the exact amount the stadium holds? Palace on the Prairie?
Maybe one of these OU guys in here can know with the new upgrades. I thought it was 90. Am I wrong?
Thought it was 89.
Or is Okie Long guy? Okie Long guy? Probably will be.
Will be.
They're getting 5,000 allotted.
I like Creed too. I've heard that Norman was pretty orange today, from what I've heard.
Okay, 89,000 standing is what Michael says. That's why I thought it was around 87, 89, 90. But then Power T says 80. Yeah,
hey, I'll tell you what, if you're going to the game, the standing room only section is the best seat in the house. If you can get there early and get in the front of that, it's the best place to watch from. Bobby just dropped it in exact, 86,112. Thank you, Bobby.
I like Creed. Creed's good. I like a little nickel. Hey, I like a little Nickelback too. I'm old school though.
Ball Girl says a lot of the Tennessee fans will just be tailgating in the environment. They go down there for that, watch the game on TV.
I actually respect the people that do that. I think it's pretty cool. The ones that'll travel to the stadiums, kind of get the atmosphere, sit out on their tailgating tent, watch the game with a couple TVs. Ball Girl likes to travel. I respect that, and I think that is dope. And in fact, I wish I could do that. I can't really do that right now with all the family stuff we got going on, but I think that would be awesome to be able to do that. Travel to the stadium. You get to see the stadium. You get the atmosphere. You get the TVs. You get the fan. You get all of it. You hear the fans yelling in the stadium. I think it's great.
Hey, Blake, SEC Mike posted on his Twitter. SEC Mike was at the Mont, and he even said, can't wait to get the swirl, just like you just did. SEC Mike podcast, SEC podcast. He's there at the game.
Power T's got him in a romp. Hey, he's doing okay. Not great though. Just not Okelon. That's
advanced cancer. Got another biopsy coming up.
I cannot believe. I don't know when this comment was made, but it's right now. But 249.
I showed 249 on here.
249 people on here. Still, can you believe that? This is.
I don't know how long I can make it tonight.
We'll see, man. Done that in Gainesville before. If you are OU fans, where's the one? I mean, Tennessee's on my bucket list. I mean, the SEC of places to go watch a game. You got Tennessee, LSU, Bama, and to me, the last one would be Ole Miss. You know what doesn't do it for me at all? Georgia does it not do it for me.
Yeah.
Does that do it for
you? More than you think for you, I'm sure.
Really?
Mark says
248 bots. It's not 248 bots based on the comments, but yeah, I don't see a blowout either, Troy. I really don't. Yeah, I want to get over there, Volger. I'm going to try. I am going to try. There's a couple games where I'm going to this year. I'm trying to get to. Missouri is one just because I cannot stand Missouri, and it's a lot closer for me to go to Missouri than it is to go to Norman. So I'd like to do that. Also, I would love to get down to Ole Miss and go to the Grove. I would love to.
Neyland next year.
Yeah. We made it to game day, bro. Whew. Made it to game day, Jeremy. My voice is about shot, too.
Missouri, God Guns and Ammo, Missouri's, from my experience, Missouri, worst fans. Club Surge going strong in the night. Yep, we blocked DJ Pauly D. We do have Jetty DJ.
But hey, wait. PJ Pauly D came back and he was okay. So unless somebody else came back as him.
Pauly DeGaunt came back. We wished him well in his unemployment, and he turned it around. That's what we do. We got to coach people and get them the right way, Jay.
Besides Jackson Arnold, what player do you hope plays their best game ever? Just one. Okay, one player, offense or defense, best. You know who I'd love to see it happen to?
I got Tatum, but
Javonte Barnes.
Actually, Jay, I would too. But my Sooner standout's Nick Anderson on the game day. Nick Anderson on offense, Billy Bowman on defense.
R. Mason goes off. I bet he's licking his lips a lot more now with Lance Hurd out there. Whew. Yeah, safeties have to play really good, Jacob. I agree with you. Nick Anderson would be a cool.
Oh yeah, Brown's feet is Antonio Brown's feet are always.
Does he go during the game?
Apparently.
Okie Lawn says free shirt for the person who stays on the longest. Here's the problem. I don't know how long I'll be on here. Here's the thing. I got this phone. We'll see how long it lasts. But also, we got 2 lives tomorrow that'll be long. That post-game live tomorrow is going to be, that may be till 3 a.m.
Yeah.
Depending on what happens. Bowman gets 2 picks, Jake says. Now, for the Tennessee fans that have been to Gainesville, I imagine that's a pretty cool atmosphere. I'd like to go to Gainesville, see a game.
Jacob says, really hate that Venables is keeping. There's my phone
Do
battery.
you think he's been healthy, though, Bowen?
Jay, I think RSJ's played really good.
Hey, Okie Lawn, when the clock strikes 0, we're on, bro. Hop in.
Every game. Game.
I know Okie Lawn guy from basketball season, and when we were first starting out, we would do Twitter spaces, and he would call in with us. You remember that, Jeremy? And hey, it's great time after the games. Be on here.
No, Zach, he's never had a game, and
oh my gosh, this is weird.
He's fully healthy.
This is weird seeing this. Peyton Bowen needs to make a statement tonight. It's tonight.
It is weird tonight.
Blader, here's the problem with my charge I'm going to say right now. I'm getting a new phone in a week, but my plug-in doesn't work, so I use a phone that it's kind of like the magnet charger, except it's not magnetic. So
Sunday, you'll be on Sunday? Okie Lawn guy, you'll be on tonight.
Yeah, be on tonight. Tonight, not tomorrow, tonight.
Drew said they're going to put
Bama 2 years ago. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
52-49. Do you remember the end of that game when Bama missed the field goal and then Tennessee ran a couple pass plays to get down there and kick the field goal? And it was the ugliest quick ever, and it went through.
They're wanting Rocky.
It's game day.
They're wanting Rocky Top, Jay.
You're not playing Rocky Top, are you?
Man, I'm worried about waking people up in this house.
Yeah, that's true.
I got the glare last night, man.
Hey, here's what I want, and I know we're going to get it from Tennessee fans tomorrow night, and I hope so. As far as what I want them to be on the post-game live and talk about is win or lose, show up. Sooner fans, show up on the live tomorrow, talk about the game. Same with Vols fans, and also I do think Vols fans might be surprised at how good Oklahoma's defense is. I do. I think you'll be surprised at how big they are up front, how physical they are, and how fast they are. Brent Venables brought the physical back to Oklahoma. He did. The defense is playing way more physical than it ever did with Lincoln Riley. So I think that'll be there tomorrow night. We'll see how low scoring a game they can get it. The game versus us would break y'all record night. Well, we'll see. We'll see the Texas fans in a few weeks on the live.
Tempo is definitely something to keep an eye on tomorrow. Heat, tempo, all that.
That's right. Zach Alley is key. I agree.
Agree with that.
Vol Girl says she'll watch us on her phone and talking Vols. Hey, appreciate that. You don't have to do that, but we appreciate it. Thank you. Hey, and you know what? I'll say this right now. After tomorrow, I'm rooting for Tennessee to be in the playoff. I love Josh Heupel. I really do. I think Josh Heupel's a great offensive mind. Tennessee, I have nothing against him. I would love for Tennessee to make a playoff. Maybe this is the year, Tennessee fans. They haven't won a national championship since 1998. OU hasn't won a national title since 2000. Let's just meet up in the championship. How about that?
Fox reacts. I feel better. I feel better going into tonight's game than I did last week. I do think maybe Hickman's back, maybe Everett, but the O-line's got to have some nasty in them. They've got to demonstrate some nasty.
Hey, real quick.
Drew, real quick.
Quick, I was going to get to this. They do know the tempo.
Jeff Lebby was at OU the last 2 years. They practiced against maybe the fastest paced offense there is.
Him and Lebby are very similar in their pace. So
Absolutely.
They do know it. Now, here's the thing, and this is I kind of get a little bit concerned about the guys coming back tomorrow if they play, is this. Practicing, way different than playing at that game speed, bro. Way different. So how can these guys react in first game back? We'll see. What were you getting ready to play, Jerm? Oh, you got the mute in there, bro.
I got a mute in here.
You got the mute in there, bro.
That means it'll be quieter if I play.
Where are you going to play?
I don't know, man. I might have to do a little Rocky Top for the Vol fans that are on here. Might have to tonight.
They have seen it similar as they have seen tempo. Doesn't mean they can stop it.
That's a fair point. That's a fair point. They're not going to be shocked by how fast it is. I promise.
But that doesn't mean you can stop it. You're right, because I do think what Heupel does and what Lebby does is a little bit different. In the way they call schemes, I think Heupel's more about matchups. I don't think you will see Heupel sub as much as Lebby did. I think Heupel likes to get guys. I may be wrong.
Flight of the Bumblebee. What a great song. Tim Brando's great, though. I like Tim Brando, but yeah, I agree.
You do?
Tim Brando. He's lost it, though.
You like Tim Brando?
He was one of the greats, Jay. He needs to stop.
What are we wrong about, Drew? Not sure.
Wrong about the fast paced.
You can't just put wrong. You got to put Weimer wrong. Hey, no, Crystal. He's been working out for like 3 years. I follow him on Instagram. He's always putting his workout stuff in there. The dude, I bet he's is he close to 60?
He's older than 60. He probably is around 60.
I mean, he looks awesome. I mean, I'm not afraid to say he looks great.
He's ripped.
Who's Kurt H is irritating? Who's Kurt H?
Probably Kirk Herbstreit, maybe.
Oh, I like Kurt. I'll tell you this right now. If OU's playing a big-time game, I want Kirk Herbstreit and I want Chris Fowler. That's what I want. Hey, look at this. Hey, maybe that deserves a Rocky Top. Vol Girl subscribed and became a new member to our channel. Hey, Vol Girl.
I gotta give
Going up
Rocky
in the Discord.
Top.
Hey, Vol Girl. Wait real quick, Jerm.
Tell her we got an Ole Miss.
Vol Girl. Email us at ousportsroundup@gmail.com. We'll give you the link to get in the Discord. You can join in there and chat with us 24/7. There's Ole Miss people in there. There's other SEC people in there. Join up. Mainly OU, but
I got to do a little Rocky Top. If I can remember it, I do have a mute in, so it'll be quieter. I missed the last one. There it is.
Where's the chorus, though? I don't hear the chorus.
How does it start?
I don't know.
I was just playing Rocky Top. Sorry, that's all I got.
Robert's asking if just woke up the entire house. And Jeremy, I bet I know your opinion of this. Oh, were you talking to somebody? Somebody in there? Oh, hey, I bet I know your answer to this. Somebody said, "Are you going to play the Texas fight song too?"
I will never. You can drop 100. You can drop anything. I will never ever play the Texas fight song. ever.
Jeremy,
Yeah,
you're incredible. You're
I'm
incredible.
already on the couch, so
Hey,
it's all right.
kudos to Tennessee fan. I mean, for becoming a member of an OU channel.
That's
We
big time,
appreciate that.
ball girl. That's big time. The supers that have been dropped tonight, everything. You got to step up. You got to step up, like I did. Okay.
Hey, Jeremy, $1 million, would you?
Yeah, I'd do something for $1 million. I'm sure, Jay.
Yeah.
Maybe we can get. Did they say AI Keith Jackson?
Yeah. Were you a Keith Jackson? I thought Keith Jackson. I think here's the thing.
He was the. Whoa, Nelly, the best one.
Yeah, listen, but when I watched Keith Jackson, I was the younger generation. I wasn't around. Like Keith Jackson right now would be like. Would it be like Brent Musburger announcing right now?
Yeah, it'd be like
there'd be a lot of the younger crowd would be like, "Who's Brent Musburger?" That's kind of the way I was with Keith Jackson. Hey,
Okie Lawn guys, you can't get a member to the Discord unless you become a Sooner Surge Unlimited member. The link is in the description of all our videos. You got to sign up to be an unlimited member, and then we will email you. You'll email us, ousportsroundup@gmail.com. We'll send you a link. It's that easy.
They say it was better than they expected. Also, we need to say something. There's still 238 people on here. If you haven't went to the website, www.thefanstop.com, you need to go there. Check out
Tennessee fans.
All their officially licensed merchandise. They got a ton of it. Go check them out. All kinds of teams. Check them out. Sign up for the Shirt of the Month Club. Even you, a Tennessee fan, whatever fan, you're a Texas fan. I don't know if they have Texas or not.
They do not have Texas. They have not Tennessee. Texas. They have most schools.
Yeah, use code SURGE, 10% off your first 3 months. I cannot believe there's 240 people on here. We're almost 3 hours into this live. Are you kidding me?
It's been a long one, Jay.
Whew.
Long day today coming up.
Brent Musburger is one of my favorite of all time. What was his famous trivia question? Drop in here right now. What is Brent Musburger's line when you come on air? Do you know it?
I know it.
What is Brent Musburger's famous line when they would come on air? And by the way, Coconut Greg, thanks for joining us, being here so long. Good night, Surgeaholics. Be back in a few hours, Boomer Sooner. That's right.
Look at Bobby dropping it. Bobby, that is kudos to Bobby. Appreciate that.
Bobby, you're the man, bro.
And hey, check out Bobby. Are you going to be at Norman at game day with the truck like usual? If so, you need to check out his stuff. It's elite. What?
Let us know if you're going to be there, Bobby.
I didn't even know it was his stuff, and I had it. I was like, wait a minute, I've had that before.
I saw it, the answer here. You are looking live.
Coming to you live.
You are looking live. Hey, no, I think it has to do with like, what's the word I'm looking for? Contracts or something. I mean, something.
Hey, Crystal, I don't know how many. On my screen right now, it says 231.
Mine says 231, but I don't know. That's what it says. I don't know.
Hey, if Bobby wants to drop the name of his of the business in the chat, because there's a lot of people going to be at that game, go ahead, Bobby.
Juicy O said they've actually lose this website. They really like their stuff. Cool. That's awesome.
Wait, Juicy O's the one who was ripping our nostrils earlier.
That's fine. That doesn't mean he can't like fan
Yes, exactly.
He can't like fan stop. So there's 156. So I don't know. Maybe we can't refresh when we're going live. So I don't know how many is on here. Yes, Bobby's got a business, I believe. But
I think he does stuff at game days, correct? I don't want to speak for Bobby, but let Bobby drop it in there in case anyone's going to games. They can check it out.
See, I can't refresh because I'm on a live feed. So
yeah, we can't refresh. Sorry.
Oh boy.
Well, at the end of the day, we all love college football. And here's what I'm going to say before we do get off here, Jay. Someone says, are you going to the game? No, I am not going to this game. I went last week. I will not be in attendance at this one. We will be on pregame at 4:30 and right after the game. Won't be at the game. Hunter will be there. Jackson will be there. A lot of the Surgeaholics in the chat will be there. Isn't that right?
That's right. That's right. You were getting ready to say something.
I was getting ready to go in here and
man, another super? Or
no, I was trying to find the one so I could thank everyone, but it's going to be a little hard to do.
Yeah, it's hard by ourselves without the chat.
Kimberly said there are students camping out at the field goal outside to be first in line. Good. It better be raucous.
Favorite win versus Texas? I got two of them. The first one with under Brent Venables and
65-13.
63-14, whatever.
60, yeah.
That one because Chrissy Sims and Rocky Callis had the pick six. That's my favorite. You, of course, always have the Superman game with Roy Williams. That's a legend game. And then I thought last year's was an awesome game. Last year was probably my favorite in a long time. I know a lot of people will say the Caleb Williams year, but to me,
Kennedy Brooks touchdown was great.
Yeah, last year's was. I love last year's too.
Last year's was great.
Hey, you can't leave us Mustang the pre. We're going to have to leave you guys because my phone's about dead. My voice is about shot. So was that the James Allen game, Chester?
That what probably was, Jay. Hey, thanks for someone said be safe.
Hey, let's kind of get this, wrap it up. I just want to say, first off, this has been a great week of build up to this game. The hype to this game, the Tennessee fans that have joined an Oklahoma channel all week long. I've seen a bunch of these Tennessee fans all week. Kudos to you guys and gals. We appreciate it big time. It's going to be an epic for the Surgeaholics that have been here through all of it. Of course, you're the best. We love you guys. Tonight's going to be an epic battle. And I cannot wait till 6:30 tonight to see what happens, to see the chess match, to see what happens. Chief, I'm having to give up. I got a voice, and game day's in 3.5 hours. I'll be up watching it.
3.5 hours.
I guess it doesn't start till 7, does it? 8. But we got 2 lives tomorrow. My phone's got to charge.
No, Jay, no excuses, no shortcuts. Let's call it like it is.
You guys need sleep too. You guys need sleep too.
We got to be at our best tonight and cheering on your team. Appreciate it. Watch your language, Drew. We will see everyone. I can't even say tomorrow. We'll see everyone a little later today. Can't wait. See you on the pregame at 4:30, and have a super Saturday. Thanks so much for all the supers that were donated tonight. Appreciate you all. Hit the like before you leave and get some sleep. We'll see you later today. Boomer.